Hello everyone and welcome to the day 2 of Arena Open, which features Innistrad Crimson Vow draft. So this day 2 part of the event is a match structure is best of 3, no best of 1 option available here, up to 8 wins or 2 match losses, so whichever comes first, and you get prizes based on the number of wins. And of course the top 3 prizes are the interesting ones. So there's the grand prize is 2,500 US dollars, and then there's 2,000 and 1,000 also up for grabs. So 6 wins is kind of the what you want to at least reach. It will be hard though, because a double elimination means you have to go to a result of at least 6-1 in order to get this stuff. And then the rest of the rewards, well, you get a nice bunch of gems for 5 wins, and for 4 wins still okay. 3 wins is 7,500 gems, and all the rest are only 5,000 gems. So basically you get the entry fee back that you paid for the day 1 entry. So 3 wins is the first spot where you actually can get some additional prizes to what you already are going to get. But yeah, it's now of course one try. There's no multiple attempts obviously in this day 2 event, so it's one draft and that's it. Then I will have to make a deck and play the matches with that deck, and hopefully the draft will go well. Let's start the draft. Okay, not a crazy good bomb rare, but it's still an okay first pick. I mean, this will get some counters throughout the game, so it's a nice efficient 1-drop. And then the other options are Thirst for Discovery. I wouldn't mind first picking. I think it's a quite good card drawing spell. And then Flame Blessed Bolt is also something you could consider if you have some kind of color preference. One thing to note here is that if you take a green card, you are still going to pass Infestation Expert, which is not the greatest, but it's still fine. There's a Wolf Strike too. Okay, the other 2 green cards are not that great, so I mean, I could be not picking the green card. I could just take the removal. I could take the card draw. I think the card draw spell is overall the most powerful out of these, but I'm not sure if I like blue too much, but it's tough. It could be any of these, the green, blue, or red card. I think I'll take the Thirst for Discovery. And let's see where it goes from there. Okay, another Thirst. Oh, why didn't I take it? I mean, they're rare. There's a pack song pop. Oh, someone took a rare here, so no idea what they're gonna be drafting, but I mean, it would be the easiest pack song pop here if I took the 1-drop rare in there, but I don't know. I could take the Thirst for Discovery, and that would be a base for a kind of a nice controlling deck. Just take all the removal after that, like give the Fangs, Lacerate Flesh, try to stall the game, and don't know what to do with bombs. Then maybe I need some counter spells. I mean, it's gonna be either the pack song pop or this thing, but now that I passed the rare, the green wolf 1-drop, I'm not really that excited about picking this now. I think I'll take this. You don't want to play multiple card draw spells, but this is a very high quality one. And now that my first 2 picks, oh, don't do this to me. I mean, there's a Child of the Pack in here. This could have been just an autopilot red-green wolves deck if I just went for it. Ugh. Anyway, let's focus. Now that I started the draft with 2 high quality card draw spells, I can try to be some kind of defensive deck, control deck, kill, draw cards, finish with something, whatever. I'll take the Gift of Fangs because that goes very well. One mana removal goes very well with these card draw spells, so I think I'll take this now. And hopefully I don't get any insane red-green wolf. Good. Now this pack doesn't have anything for the wolf deck, so I'm happy that I don't have to keep passing all those. Now, Chill of the Grave and Siphon Essence seem to be the kind of cards I'm interested in here. I think the Siphon Essence with the double Thirst for Discovery is actually more interesting now. I usually don't play this card, but with this instant speed card draw, you can leave mana up if you have both of them. I mean, counter or draw spells, draw cards. Chill of the Grave is good, especially if I end up being blue-black, because of course black is somewhat open here. But I think I'll take the Siphon Essence here now. Yeah, kill spells, answers, and card draw. That's a that lineup can work. All right, there's also a Frenzied Devils. I could go blue-red here. That wouldn't be that bad of an idea. The Dying to Serve is not that interesting. I wouldn't take that here. I could take another Gift of Fangs. There's the Scarp here, but man, the blue-red deck with focus on non-creatures can be quite interesting too. Now this pick is for me, it's between the Frenzied Devils and the Gift of Fangs. Maybe I can get these Gift of Fangs. Still later it seems people are passing them, and I don't want to play like 3 of them necessarily. Okay, I'll take the Frenzied Devils because this could still be blue-red. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, so there's an Evolving Wilds, there's green stuff too. Yeah, there's the Weaver and there's the Flourishing Hunter here. I don't think the 6-drop is what I want to have. The Entomber, not that one either. The Doom Dissenter would work if I'm black-blue. I will have some amount of exploit, most likely for that color combination. So I think it's between the Doom Dissenter or just taking a safe pick of Evolving Wilds here. But I think I'll take the Dissenter. If I'm black-blue, I definitely will be getting some number of exploit. Okay, there is a decent amount of stuff here, but I'll take them. Yeah, this has exploit, but I only have the card draw spell so far. I can't return the Gift of Fangs with the repository Scarp, so the Diecraft Scavenger is, I think, just the pick to make. The Soul Cipher board is maybe a bit too slow. I don't care about that too much. Okay, there's another Diecraft Scavenger. There's also a Siphon Essence, but I'm not gonna go overboard with them. I'll take the Scavenger here now. And the Frenzied Devils was something I tried. It didn't work. Okay, Roadside Gargantua. If I get more of a, sacrifice fodder, yeah, I'll take this. And the Devil should go to the sideboard in here. Groomus Finery, Vampire's Kiss, Lacerate Flesh. I mean, it's unlikely that I would be going for red now at this point. The Finery just isn't that great, but this is best of Vampire's Kiss now. Best of 3, so I mean, there could be situations where I want to actually sideboard this in, so I'll take this. I think I will be blue-black now. Okay, there's a belligerent quest though. Man. Well, Wedding Invitation, Vampire's Kiss, I don't care about them. I take the red card here now. We'll see how it goes. Okay, there's a Gargantua. So the Frenzied Devils could be another Gift of Fangs, but I'm not sure if I, need the gift that much. But I definitely need something for my mana curve here. I mean, I have only 1 2-drop here, and I got some late game, but I need now 2 to 3 mana cards mostly. This I don't like too much, but I'll take it, and maybe I'll play it, but I don't really think it's that great of a card. Okay, Gluttonous Quest. That's really good. There's also a Grisly Ritual. There's a Bylum Egg. Well. I would surely take the very decent defensive 3-drop over the Grisly Ritual now, but there's a Bylum Egg. I have 2 of these Gargantuas. I have 2 full packs to get more exploit stuff. And I mean the exploit colors. Now I have only these blue, but I'm gonna take the egg. It's so good when you get to exploit it, get the transformation into a 4/4 here. It's also defensive, even though it doesn't have power. It is, sort of. I mean, the black card is 1/4, and this is a 0/4 3-drop. Okay, now there's Ragged Recluse, which doesn't currently transform easily, but this thing says discard at least a card, and this of course doesn't have to be a blood token. If you discarded a card, this will transform. So I think I'll take the Recluse now over something like an Entomber, and this deck doesn't seem to be good with the Wedding Security, so yeah, this seems that it makes sense. Let's do it. But now I would want to have some exploit things. Now at this point, well, I guess the 3 mana 3/2 blue exploit thing, that Crimson Vow card, that's probably what I want to have the most, but Let's see. Okay, there's a John Red dress to kill, not for my colors. And I'm not gonna red draft. I haven't one of these cards, so I could take it for my collection, but I'm not gonna, of course, red draft in this event where there's money prices on the line. So I will find my mythic. I can complete my mythics from this set before then next set releases. That's no big deal. So there's no rush picking mythics now. So the repository scarp will be decent if I just find some more instant and sorcery. Shouldn't be that hard for these colors. And there's really nothing much else in here. So let's take the scarp now. Okay, there's another a Ragged Recluse. There's another counter spell. I like the 2-drop here. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm gonna just cut the Blood Swan Squire here. Yeah, it also says in this kind of card it works with the Ragged Recluse, but it's not really that amazing. So this, when you discard this, okay, so this also works with the Thirst for Discoveries. There's also Chill of the Grave, by the way, which is good. I like them. Aim for the Head as a sideboard card, and the Fear of Death is, it's a playable thing. But I think when you discard for any reason, doesn't have to be a blood token. I don't have too many ways to discard cards, but I feel, I mean, you can't just hard cast this too. I'll take the Awakening. I just need to get some ways to discard cards now. I mean, the 1/3. No, that's only discards creature cards. The 2-drop for blue. Okay, Graph Reaver, not really great, but I mean, it has exploit, so even though there's no Planeswalker to kill, I can still exploit and sacrifice the Biolume Egg here. I don't think I'll take the 6-drop here. I'll take this because it's an early 2-drop. I might sideboard it out or something. Okay, Skull Scarp. Alright, this is good. I got a very nice pick 7 here. Now that let's just move on. This was really good to get this uncommon. Alright, so Selhove Entomber. It just doesn't. I mean, you have to discard a creature card, so it doesn't work with the Edgar's Awakening, for instance. It does work with the Recluse, but I don't really want to discard my creature cards. I'll take the second Gift of Fangs now, the one that I could have already had if I didn't take the Frenzied Devils in pack 1. Okay, now Grisly Ritual, Blood Fountain. Yeah, I think it's going to be the Ritual here. I actually don't have any removal spells here, really. So, well, I have to give the thanks, but yeah, I'm not sure how good this deck is going to be, but I will see. I mean, there's still one pack left, right? Wedding Security, it's just not gonna work here too well. I don't know, I'll just take the random 3-drop that makes me a blood token. Hopefully I don't have to end up playing that. Now this is 20 cards, of course, so I will still get plenty of cards from the last pack, but I really needed some actual, like the 4-mana removal or something like that. Okay, well, this is a useless pack. I guess if I need a 1/13, I can do that. Well, I got my sideboard card at least. The Ambush could be playable. Okay, another Biolume Egg, and there's a Diver's Cup too. The Gluttonous Quest. Okay, I really like all this stuff, but I think I'll take the Egg because it's the strongest card here. If I just get any extra, I could even play the Repository's Cup number 2, even though I don't have really a lot of instants or sorceries to return, but it's still valuable. Well, maybe, I mean, this is gonna be a 3-mana 4/4 if you sacrifice this for any reason. But yeah, I'll take the Egg. Really hoping to get the Diver's Cup back, but that is such a good card. It probably won't come back to me, but I'll take the Egg. It has also the Scry 2 on as an ETB. It's, that's not nothing. Okay, Red Fugue. Red Strong, no thanks. Chill of the Grave. Grisly Ritual. I take the Chill here and hope this to come back. It's a fine sideboard card against some nasty bombs. But Chill is something I can return with the Repository Scarp, and I have the number of zombies is 7 out of 14 creatures, so this will quite often be the cheaper version too. So let's do it. And Waldron Estate, probably not what I want here. Okay, there is good stuff now. So there's actually the Doom Dissenter, which I would want to have 2 for my exploit stuff, but this is really the kind of exploit, probably the best common exploit creature. It will be always useful to scry and draw. So I'm very happy to get this here now. Okay, well, talking about the great exploit card, here we have a Fell Stinger. Now this pack 3 is going so well. I mean, pack 2 really didn't look that great, but now I like it. My chances a bit better. Okay, upgrade is also something I'm gonna pass here. Well, someone can enjoy that. Sadly, the Doomed Dissenter is here too, but let's see. I might get more Doomed Dissenters here still. Didn't get that, but this is actually something you want to sacrifice to your exploit stuff. I wouldn't mind having the Alchemist's Retrieval here, but I think I'll take this. I don't have a lot of flyers, so when I enchant some creature with this, it's not easily going to be connecting. But don't think of I don't think I want to have the retrieval here. Let's take the cat geist here. Okay, now another shot at an entomber. Am I willing to play it at this point? Don't know really. There's not a lot of creatures I want to be discarding, but do I want to have like yet another one of these? Don't think so. I don't need any more card draw here, so it's gonna be either these. I mean, this for the sideboard. I don't think I'm gonna main deck 3 of these, but it could be interesting from sideboard. I think I'll take this Gargantua. The Blood Fountain is also something good, but no, I have those 2 card draw spells. I don't need any more kind of value cards. I think it's might just be another repository scarab, but I have a lot of force, but the squire will be taken away. Okay, I don't like the Cradle of Safety enough. I'll take the scarab here, and let's see where this takes us. I have 1 Serpentine Ambush. That's probably the most I'm gonna play here. I'll take this. I mean, if I don't, yeah, the Courier Bat doesn't really seem to work. I'll take the Lantern. I don't think I'm gonna sideboard it in, but who knows? There's a Specimen which does work with some bunch of my exploits, but yeah, I don't think I want to have a 3rd of these guys, or do I? There's just not a lot of things to return from the grave. I'll take the Specimens. And yeah, okay, I got this. Yeah, same thing. Don't think the Scarab is. There's just so few cards even to return with it. And I have 2 of them. I'll take the Dread Fugue. It is a good sideboard card. Okay, the Retrieval. Something for the Scarab to return, right? Yeah, I don't want to have 2 of these. 1 will be cut already. Okay, I got the bat here. Let's put it to here, but I think it's gonna get cut. This doesn't matter. Okay, not the best deck, but let's see how far it takes me. Okay, I put the ambush in the deck now because I mean, I have a lot of cuts to make, but I do have 2 Scabs. Although when the opponent knows about the ambush, it's not really that great at that point. But the rest of these will be just in this. I don't think I want to play the Dread Fugue main deck. I will sideboard it in if I see some, especially if I see a deck which has a lot of cheap cards, so I can know that often I will be able to use the 1 mana version of this card and get something annoying perhaps. So yeah, let's see the cards now. So I think 3 Gargan. Let's first see how many exploit creatures do I have. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot. I can easily cut a Gargantua here. And then for the Racket Recluses, I don't sadly don't have a lot of ways to discard cards. This can create me a Blood Token, this can create me a Blood Token, this thing makes me discard. This makes Blood Tokens. Yeah, I mean, they are not great in this deck, sadly. Sadly they are not, because I kind of want to also cut like the blood. Oh, I didn't want to cut all of it. 2 Gargantuas shall be here. So actually, given that I don't, even though it's really nice value for that, the thirst into Edgar's Awakening, it is probably the Edgar's Awakening is not the card I want to main deck here. Seems to be the case. And then the blood zone. I have these 4 drops. They are more than enough here. So this is my high end. 4 drops, these 2 5 drops, and this one 6 mana removal spell. I have a lot of card draw spell. I mean, a lot of, but these 2 card draw spells will be great to play on a later turn. And the Courier Bat really not needed here. I wanna play the Chill of the Grave. Main deck, a number of Gift of Fangs in the main deck. How many that should be? How about the Serpentine Ambush? When you sacrifice this thing, well, exploit makes me sacrifice them. That's the idea. So the Blood Servitor, I mostly would like to have this here because of the Ragged Recluses, but probably not worth it. I have the other 3 mana plays here anyway. So let's cut the Servitor here, and then I could cut 1 main deck Gift of Fangs. I think I want to play the Specimen because it is a nice sacrifice fodder for the exploit things I have here. I want to have the Retrieval. It's a good thing to return with the Scarpa. The Siphon Essence, I don't have that many instants in the end. I mean, I have 6, but so there's the Chill of the Grave, there's a Siphon Essence, Thirst, Retrieval here, Serpentine Ambush, but I think I will cut it from the main deck at least. Yeah, I will. That's 6 2 drops. I guess I will cut 1 main deck Gift of Fangs. This is not always good, especially if you're playing against vampires, but it's also a nice sideboard card to bring in against decks where you can get rid of 3 or maybe, well, probably not many 4 mana cards have only 2 toughness, but still 2 and 3 drops can be dealt with by using the Gift of Fangs by only having 1 mana. Spending 1 mana yourself, it's pretty good. So I like the mana curve, nothing wrong with that. And I can dig pretty deep into my deck. Of course I don't have any Bomb Rare here, which is sad, but given the format. But these things scry 2 and then these draw me cards. This hopefully I get to dig. So I can find my good stuff. I'm not worrying about that. But now I will have to make 1 final cut. The Siphon Essence, with so low amount of removal I have here, I think I will play it. It also gives me a blood token for the Ragged Recluses, and also I can combine it with a bounce spell, so I can bounce something and then bounce a creature, and then, well, I suppose a Planeswalker too, but and then counter it with the Siphon Essence. Yeah, so 1 final cut. It could be a creature given that I have 17 here, and this is only the main deck. I can fine tune the deck when I sideboarding, because I could see not playing both of these Ragged Recluses. I still have a bunch of 2 drops in here. I want to play the one Gift of Fangs. And I kind of want to play the Siphon Essence, and the Chill of the Grave is too good. So yeah, I think it's going to be the Recluse. Now this is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-mana creatures. Then there's the Specimen, which I can play. It doesn't really block that well, but something I can play anyway. And there's the Gift of Fangs, which is kind of an early turn play. But if I am playing against a deck that is very aggressive, I can just sideboard these guys in, and I can maybe cut 1 Repository Scarp or maybe 1 Rototide Gargantua or something like that. But I think this is the main deck, and 12 and 12. Okay, that's pretty even. Any double casters? Well, these 5 drops are. So it's going to mean that I'm playing 9 swamps and 8 islands here. No, now I know. I'm going to use these unhinged ones each time. Special occasion. I don't want them to wear out in my use, so now I can use these things. So it was 9 swamps and 8 islands. My plan, yes, because of these double casters. So that is the deck. I'll just show the sideboard here still. Final view if I made any mistakes. I don't think so. This will be my main deck. It's going to feature 16 creatures, 7 non-creatures. Not a lot of removal. So let's see how it goes. Okay, not a bad hand. Can definitely keep this. Have a 2-drop and 3-drop, and I can try to dig into something with this. How about... Okay, I'm gonna... It's not a vampire, isn't it? So I'm gonna actually do this. They will of course get value out of it later on, but it's gonna deal quite a few points of damage to me. So I wanted to deal with it right away. Okay, there's no 2-drop there. Let's see if they wanna have something on this. Nope. So they didn't get to play a 2-drop and then make it fly. That's what I'm happy about. All right, there's that. But okay, the Gargantua will be good. I get to scry 2 here. There's no point attacking because I might want to save this for... there's no point upgrading this into a 2-2 zombie because it still won't be going through that thing. But definitely take the egg now, and I don't need lands. I can scry lands to bottom. Graph Reaver. I mean, I can make myself a 4/4 right away on the next turn, and then I can use the Roadside Gargantua. The 3/3 will hurt me though. I don't like that. But then I can sacrifice the Dissenter for the Gargantua on turn 5. So I think I will go for the sacrificing the Biolume egg. On the next turn. I also will have the Chill of the Grave, by the way, up because this is a zombie, so I can play this and this for 2 mana. Not a bad idea. So this will be a 4/4 which can become unblockable, but sacrificing 2 islands is quite a hefty cost unless you win with this attack. Alright, so let's see what the opponent can muster up in here, because they have access to 5 mana currently. I mean, they could play a Planeswalker, although I don't think those colors can really... What are the Planeswalkers in this set? Taxidermist, okay, more mana. Good. I mean, good that it's not anything, nastier than that. They might have a counter spell here. Well, they might have a lot of things, but I'm gonna play this now and see what happens. If they counter this, I can still play the Gargantua and sacrifice the egg, so it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Okay, so let's exploit the Biolume egg. Destroy target Planeswalker. Yeah, there's no target Planeswalker here. And then I can use the... It will come at my end step back if you're wondering where it went. It enters on... I mean, if they have a Grave Hate, they would be able to now exile it before it comes back. There's my 4/4. So what are they gonna use their mana for? They didn't use mana for anything. Maybe they have a pump spell or something. Now I can chill. If they play something weak like the 6/6, I can use the Chill of the Grave here to tap it down and start, a little bit of attacks and play my 5/4. Although if they do have the 6/6, I can't connect through it once it untaps. But hey, maybe they don't have it. But they have access to 7 mana now, so they could play a lot of nasty stuff. Okay, that is 4. Opponent is really careful. Doesn't rush, but it makes sense because this is Arena Open. We can win up to $2,500. So it's of course a bit more exciting, and you should pay more attention to what you're doing in this event. Alright, well. That is really, really awkward. Because that is just a crazy, crazy good rare. So I can tap down like the Weaver of Blossoms here. But it doesn't... I need to tap down something that is big, because I can attack with both of these. If they double block the Graph Reaver, I'm fine with that. So, and I can also play the Roadside Gargantua pre-combat too. But yeah, I mean, my chances are a lot worse now. Man, this Glorious Sunrise is quite something. But let's. I mean, I have a ability to deal quite a bunch of damage in here. So I think I will offer them. I mean, I will allow them to double block the Graph Reaver, and then they will have to sacrifice the remaining creature here. That's fine for me. They can't kill the Biolume Serpent. But them gaining 3 life a turn, which is like the most, maybe, you know, the most mild effect here is still, I mean, it's gonna be nasty. There, I need to deal something like over 40 damage in this game, maybe. It's possible, if I'm gonna win this. Well. I hope they just have a lunge in hand and nothing else. That's... I can make this unblockable once or twice in the game, but it doesn't really help a lot against the gain 3 life. But yeah, this is a big board, and their thing cannot block these profitably, and I can chill off the grave a single big thing. Foreboding Statue, well, that also won't be great at blocking these guys. They have 3 mana now. They can of course make this thing do have some land produce, you know, 3, so they have a lot more mana if they want to. But they might just, they can't draw a card because the card draw part requires a creature with power 3 or more, so that's not happening. So they can gain 3 life, or they can make one of these lands to produce a 3 green if they want to play more expensive stuff now. Okay, I'm happy that they chose that. They want to draw a card. Yeah, no, they gain life. I mean, they actually need to gain lives because they're gonna take 7, 12, 14 unless they jump block. Do I have a weak? No, I don't. With the Diecraft Scavenger, I could be close to victory here, actually. I will play the land, but I have to pay attention to my draws. I have 2 cards in my... I mean, the 2 card draw spells, which I want to, of course, ditch a land to them. So I don't want to play all my lands, but now I want to be able to double spell. So I will play the Scavenger this turn, and then the chill will be... I will keeping mana up for the chill. They definitely are allowed to jump block here if they want to. I don't care. So this is 7, 12, 14. I can tap it, but the 14 is obviously not enough. And even with this, it would be 16. So they would be at 3 life. So they are not going to... I mean, they are not going to die even if they take all this damage here. But I do have to say that the 3 life won't be that great now. They have a creature which I can exile here for the 2 point of drain. I mean, how are they... If they gain 3 here, they are still at 6. I have the chill of the grave here. They needed something, you know, that actually can stop my 3... Even they can't even block my 3/3. Binding Geist, fine. I mean, they will have to gain 3 here, most likely. They have 2 cards left in their hand. Okay, so Glorious Sunrise didn't help them. I'm just wondering, didn't they really have any... I mean, they can go to 6 and then they have blocks. I mean, they had the blocks there, I think, but they were mostly jump blocks. I don't know. I don't have to worry about it. They conceded. Okay, so of course I don't have any ways to remove an enchantment in here. I could use the Dread Fugue. If I don't know if that's correctly pronounced. I should check it from Google pronunciation guide, but I think it's Fugue or something like that. Anyway, the Rotite Gargantua could be okay, but I'm not that sure. The -2/-2 is also fine. Can deal with the foreboding statue, but maybe one of them is enough. What I really would want to consider here is the... But I don't want to use 3. I need to use 3 mana in order to be able to get rid of this Glorious Sunrise. Is it something I need to do? It's a crazy good bomb though. So if I put that in the deck, what I'm not gonna play here. Siphon Essence maybe. That's probably gonna be the Siphon Essence. Alright, Rotate Gargantua at 2 copies. I could have a third. Don't know really. I'll play the Craft Reaver here still. I need the 2-drops too. I think this is fine. I'll have it like this. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. I can just sacrifice this for one of these. Of course, I do need to draw a land here, but I have 3 draw steps. Well, first one didn't get there. Steelclad Spirit. When I discard, I have the thirst for discovery for it, but of course now I'm gonna just do this because if I do draw a land, I just want to play. I think the Stitched Assistant first. Oh, this is bad now. This is... I didn't draw a land in any of the top 3 cards. If they now have the Sunrise land and play that, I think then I won't be having any chance. I won it in the previous game because I had the, the board to deal with it. But now everything is horrible if they play anything. I mean, it doesn't even have to be the enchantment rare. Just anything that is like a big creature. But I have a Death Toucher for that. Okay, I have a Death Toucher for that. Outcast. It's just I mean, it's gonna become a night now. So problem is this, they will also get to draw a card from this thing. This will tap for 2. I mean, I'm basically, I mean, I could play this to not make it not become a knight. So maybe like maybe I can give this -2/-2. That I can do. I probably have to do it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, okay. Could the 5th draw be a land? I would appreciate that. There's a chance, of course, opponent is flooding here, and if they have 3 lands in their hand, I'm in a good shape in that case. But don't know. They have a Steelclad Spirit. Does that affect my my 2-drops? Because this is really going to block anything that has 2 power. But but this can become a 3/3. Okay, the opponent is thinking about their plays now. Flourishing Hunter. Well, I have the Death Toucher for that. But man, the 5th card wasn't a land. I'm actually done with this now. I'm just... If I don't get the 3rd land in 5 draw steps, I can just concede here. So now that I saw the 6/6, which I kind of assume they're going to have, I'm going to play the Siphon Essence here now. So what I'm going to cut. These are all fine. Fine. The 4-mana 3/3s are not really great against the green deck. I mean, maybe I should cut them both, and first I will cut the first one to have room for the Siphon Essence. The second one I could cut for a Roadside Gargantua. Because this doesn't really... The size of this creature isn't really good against all the green stuff. So I'm actually doing that. So this is my deck now. I could play the Serpentine Ambush, but now I'll do it like this and hopefully I get more than 2 lands. Well, this is actually fine, because this gets me more spells and this becomes a 3/3 thanks to me casting the Thirst for Discovery, and I definitely have a land to ditch to it. So it's actually not a bad start at all. This is actually a pretty decent hand. The only kind of drawback here is that I have to do something that doesn't affect the board on turn 3, and I have to do this on my main phase because otherwise I can't synergize with this thing. But I'm on the play, so missing the turn 3, board impacting play might not be that bad. Alright, so I'm sure they are not gonna block here. If they are, that would be crazy, because I definitely want it to become a 3/3. So, yeah. Like so. This is a good start from them, of course. There's a retrieval which I could use here to just buy some time. Can't say I'm a big fan of that line though. I could also tap it down, but then that's the only thing. I could play the Dissenter and the retrieval, and then, tap it down when they recast it. Let's try to tempo them out now. It's very nice that they did get a turn 3/4/4 thanks to hitting the 2-drop mana producer there. But if they're gonna play this thing again, I can just tap it down for a couple of turns and I can... Well, the Doomed Dissenter can't really attack into the 1/2, but at least I will get to deal 4 here. Okay, could I? Well, that's too many lands. Now what I could do is attack with this, but then I can draw... something with exploit, so I don't kind of want to. And it's quite likely they will have something on the next turn that is going to be able to block a 2/2. But what I'm thinking here is that currently I don't have the drain effect for this thing up. So if I put the Dissenter in my graveyard, that allows me to drain for 2. Because this might be my next turn play if I draw like another land here. Man, this flood. I mean, I did keep a 5-lander, but I had to draw 3 here. So among those 5, I mean, I have now 4 lands here that I have in addition to the starting hand. So yeah, I'm thinking about really just making this thing to go to graveyard. So if I have to cast this next turn, I can get the... Yeah, okay, let's do like this. I mean, if I draw something with exploit, I can sacrifice the 2/2 there. I can do that. It's not the worst. And who knows, maybe this can actually, this can't block it profitably, and maybe they will play such a turn that makes the 2/2 actually a good one. But I doubt it. Now they have 6, so they have a Wolf King Outcaster. So yeah, really and then now I immediately drew the thing that has... Oh, but I can't even attack here now. Anyway, let's just... Man, I would have been having an extra zombie here. Damn it. Yeah, I mean, they have 4/4 and 5/4. I can't really... It's really tough now. Non-token. I would have to exploit a non-token for this to even do anything. So I have to wait for a Bylum Egg. And I mean, those things can be unblockable. So that's my game plan, that they don't get life gain effects. And then I have a Bylum Egg, of which I have 2 in the deck. And then I can connect twice with a Bylum Egg. Because I do have the islands it has to sacrifice 2 islands. I guess discarding the island, I could have discarded still a swamp to just to keep in mind that I could have my Biolume eggs, which requires sacrificing specifically islands. But yeah, I guess the opponent can't really attack that well. I can block with my Diecraft Scavenger here. Just don't play the rare. That would be horrible. Okay, Binding Geist is fine. Okay, Biolume Egg. Thank you. I want that. Gargantua is not great now that they have, especially now that they have the Binding Geist there. So I can sacrifice my 2/2, so they sacrifice the Binding Geist. That doesn't really seem great. And this exploits a non-token creature. I want to keep one of my exploit creatures in my hand just in case I draw the Biolume Egg. I'll play the island here. One swamp is enough if I draw my second Thirst for Discovery. I mean, them sacrificing any of their creatures. I think I'll just play the Gargantua and don't sacrifice anything. I definitely don't play these both for the reason I just mentioned. I need to have one exploit card in my hand. So let's play the 5/4 then. Okay, now they are thinking what to do. Maybe they have a counter spell. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Well, I guess that's still... I mean, I can still win with the Biolume Egg. And now I can attack with the Scavenger here. I don't mind if they trade anything there. Okay, I have another Scavenger here too, so... As long as they don't have the rare that... I mean, this is also a rare, by the way. Their deck is pretty high powered. These good stuff. All these things are very good. Well, maybe not the Binding Geist, but it's a passable 3-drop. And now they can, of course, put that into my Diecraft Scavenger, but that's fine. I can sacrifice it for exploit things if I need to. Oh, come on. Oh, it wasn't the top 15 cards. They start gaining life and I lose the game now. Well, I mean, this is the format and my deck doesn't have even any rares, so I don't know how I would ever get to the money price finishes with this deck. I mean, this is going to be expected, especially at a higher win count, if I ever get to a higher win count. There's just, I mean, this is the kind of stuff I will be facing here. And now I just drew yet another land here, so 1, 2, 3, 6, 10. So I have, what, 7 lands and 15 spells left in the deck. And I can't do nothing here. They have the Glorious Sunrise, which will... I mean, there is no... I can't win with Biolume X or with anything. It's just game over. GG. Without the Glorious Sunrise, I was having a chance, but with them gaining 3 life a turn, there's not gonna happen anything that would allow me to win, regardless of my draws. Okay, well, that was not a great start. So now I have to win all the matches back to back, and I can't. I mean, 1 and 2 wins won't even benefit anything. I have to win 3 back to back to even get like a bit of extra gems here. But hey, it is what it is. At least there is the qualified weekend coming this month later too. That will be Crimson Vow draft, and I have the slot in there. So I have another shot at a highest stakes draft tournament. All right, playing first here. Yep, that's good. Specimen with the assistant is fine, and then I can, well, don't kind of want to exile this thing. I might need to use it for something. Oh, well, that is a lot better now, of course. I can sacrifice the egg for the assistant. Alright, well, they have a pack song pop. Yeah. That can be pretty problematic. But the bounce spell, I can reset it. Thirst for discovery. So I will be drawing these. I mean, I'm not sure if I want to have the thirst here. I will not be even discarding a land. I would be discarding 2 non-lands. I think I won't take the discovery here. Oh, they didn't have a wolf or werewolf. That is great. So they could have a +3/+3. This is also a free attack. But given that I have an actual exploit creature here, I'm not gonna gamble on them having. I mean, they could have a Witch's Web, which they could be using here. I want to sacrifice this thing for the Stitched Assistant. Taking 1 damage here is no big deal. I'm just happy they didn't have a wolf there. Human Archer. So scry and draw. Yep, exactly what I need here. And now they have to attack into. That said, if they now have a wolf, well, then they don't have. I don't think they can train this very easily. Because if they play a wolf, that's the only way to actually get this trained, because then this has to have more than 1 power. But then they won't have probably mana for the trick they were representing last turn. So I do have a chance. But of course, these green decks with 4 toughness creatures, it's a really bad matchup for this blue-black, I think. I think this, I would rather face anything but green decks with this deck. That's how it goes. Okay, so how do I do it? They still don't have a wolf for the pack song pop. Now what I could do is I could chill off the grave this sharpshooter. I'm thinking about that. Then I can attack for 7 here. And then I can play the Graph Reaver here. That's what I'm thinking here. I also get to draw a card, find some. Yeah, I will actually do that. Because this 1/4 is good against the Stitched Assistant, so let's make it happen. Okay, that's not a bad one. And now, of course, I do have the bounce spells. If they make some kind of double block, which I don't really expect them to be making, they'll take 7 here most likely. And then I play my Graph Reaver. The Gargantua can eat the specimen on the next turn, for instance. Okay, how about turn 2 Pack Song Pop? Is that gonna be a 1/1 still on turn 5? Of course, black doesn't have wolves or werewolves, so it's a bit harder, but they played a green creature, but it wasn't able to trigger this thing. And I do have, of course, the bounce spell to buy some time. It's not like this as a 2/2 is a threat. I mean, it's only gonna be a bigger threat later in the game. Normally, it's just that when you play this on turn 2, it starts growing right away, and it could be now like a, 4/4 or something. But let's see what the opponent finds now. This can only become a 5/5 when it attacks. So do they want to sacrifice the blood token for more stuff? Okay, well, I'm happy to see that. Very happy to see that happen. So now they have Foreman available. And they have another one of those guys. Okay, okay. Well, thing is, okay, they are Gift of Fangs on there. Now, I can return it, and then I can play it as an egg and use it for the Gargantua. It's just a quite I'm not sure if I want to do that. I might just sacrifice. I mean, well, the Fellstinger was definitely a good one, but I'd rather maybe bounce some of their stuff there. So now I can attack with the 3/2 and the 3/3. I can attack with the 2/2 as well, but it can be just eaten by the Socialite, so no. Let's not do that. Now this is a non-land permanent, so I can bounce the Gift of Fangs too. That's also something I should consider here. They will of course replay it, but if I get value out of that, it's good. And then I can play the Fellstinger post-combat. Or maybe I should do it pre-combat. If I get something better. I'm gonna sacrifice the specimen anyway, am I not? Yeah, I target myself. It would be fine to nice to finish the opponent with it, of course, but I think I'm gonna play the land still. So let's do this and see how they block. I can bounce the Gift of Fangs to kill one of their things here. Okay, trading for the pup is not so bad. That is completely fine. They get 1 life only. They can recast their gift. Now I get to eat the Socialite here. And they have no way to train these guys. And even if they did, they would have to face the 3/2 Death Toucher. Now they can use the Gift of Fangs on that thing, but it's fine. Then I have the 4/4, which they still need to worry about. The Gargantuas will eat some stuff there. It could be quite slow with the Persistent Specimen. I don't want to eat any of these now, of course. Although I guess I could eat the Graph Reaver, it doesn't really do much against the 1 force. Yeah, that's something I can do. Even if I draw land, I don't have mana to return this and sacrifice it. I would be 1 mana short of that. Okay. And the Biolume Serpent, I do have 2 islands for it, so okay, they chose to do that, which makes sense. It's a good Death Toucher. They don't have easy block. I mean, I guess if they had like a 3/3 or something, but okay, they're gonna use the Cleave option there. They get any card, so their best card for this situation is gonna come up now. Right. We'll see what that's gonna be. Take 1 damage. Okay, my own Gift of Fangs. Well, that's great. I get to get rid of both of those guys. Maybe. I wonder how good is the card they just took. Hopefully, it could be a Red Feast Demon, but they won't have these creatures here. Okay, well, Gift of Fangs. This guy. Gargantua. Sacking the Graph Reaver. Now they have a 4/4 and 5/4 to worry about. Plus, the Diagraph Scavenger. Actually, I only need to connect with... I can sacrifice my islands and connect and drain 2, and that's it. So even if they have a land Dreadfeast Demon, that would be fine. Okay, they don't have anything else anymore because now they are tapped out, so I can execute my plan here. Just exile the correct kind of card. Paxong Pop is a creature, so that's gonna drain 2. So again, I won the first game, but in the previous match, that was the only game I was able to win. Now, I didn't get to see what was there, unless they got like a Grisly Ritual. I don't know what the card they fetched was. So they have this Apprentice Sharpshooters. Really annoying because the 4 toughness is actually quite annoying, really. I might need a Gift of Fangs for that reason, or maybe even the Serpents in Ambush. Again, I think I need the Gargantua over the Scarp here, and then Flyer doesn't make any sense because those things have also reach. I'm not gonna put the Dread Fugue this time, but I could have the Gift of Fangs or the Serpent in Ambush. What I don't want to have here. I guess the Siphon Essence. I kind of want to have like maybe the Serpent in Ambush. That's an interesting thing. Let's try it. And then there's still the option to have the how many targets for can I kill something with the Gift of Fangs? I actually can't. So I can attack into the 1/4 and then do the same trick I did in this game. But I guess one Gift of Fangs shall be enough for that. I could take the Groom's Winery. This actually is the kind of situation where I might be interested in the +2/+0 equipment. But don't know really how important that is. I don't really want to cut much of anything. I guess I could play it over the Serpents and Ambush, but I like the Ambush as a trick. This isn't a trick. Okay, so I'll play with this deck now. Let's see, maybe get more information about their things there. So if it goes to game 3, I can maybe adjust more. So let's not repeat them. Game 2 from the previous match where I was stuck at 2 lands. I'm going at mulligans. I'll keep this, but I have a turn 2, 3/3, and this Gargantuas will maybe get something at some point. And who knows, maybe I'll find one of my Bylum eggs before I get to play these Gargantuas. Opponent kept 6. Blood Fountain, okay. The second Swamp is still something I needed anyway, so I'm not that sad to draw it right away, but I definitely don't want to have more lands drawn. Now this time, can they make this thing grow? I don't like to see a turn 2 pop. Okay, again the same thing. No growing for the pop. But of course, annoyingly, they do get the I'm the 1/4 that is able to block this thing, but I'm gonna sacrifice it on the Graph River. I'm gonna sacrifice it on the Stitch Assistant. I'm not gonna start taking 1 damage while I'm not going to be able to deal damage here. So I'll do it like this. Maybe they take 3. Maybe they don't. They are willing to see what I have as a trick, but that didn't. I mean, that was a completely free attack when I'm gonna sacrifice this anyway. Scry and draw. Fellstinger. Yeah, sure. I mean, I can. I'll want to have it. Kind of want to have something more to exploit than the assistant, but I guess it's fine. Okay, now they start growing this thing. Well, they could attack with both, but then they have to lose the Paxong Pop. They do have the Blood Fountain to return the pop back, but I'm not sure if they wanna do that. But then that will be 2/5. But then again, they can train it the next turn anyway with the Wolf King Outcast. So I don't expect them to attack now, but we will see. We will see. They might. This was a good mulligan to 6 there. Okay, they are willing to lose the pop. I'm gonna of course block it. I won't be able to exploit anything. I can exploit itself, but I think I need a Death Toucher here. Okay. I mean, I have the Rothschild Gargantua on the next, and I could play the Skull Scarp now, sacrifice it and get a 2/2 token, but then I can sacrifice the token for this thing. Oh, actually, the next one here. But I'm taking 8 damage. That's the problem. If I play the Skull Scarp now, I think I can't do that. I play the Death Toucher and won't be exploding anything. Of course, the Gargantua does function as a Diabolic Edict, so I mean I can sacrifice itself always to make the opponent sacrifice, but and that could be something I want to do. Oh, don't have a Wolf Strike there. That's unfair. Yeah, that was really good start from the opponent. I don't think I can now win. Now it's gonna be tough. The start they had, that was too much. I'm gonna take 9 damage. I'm facing 9 damage on the next turn, so I have to block either way. I don't even have time to deploy the Skull Scarp first and then these Gargantuas. That's really, really horrible. I can do this and make them sacrifice one of those guys, because if I wait to block with this thing, they get to train. So now they have to at least choose which one they're gonna sacrifice. But this is really, I mean, they just had a too fast start. The Wolf Strike was really not helping me there. This is the worst edict here. Doesn't matter which one they sacrifice. They still get the Blood Fountain to return stuff from the... Yeah, I think I mean opponents have really good starts. I needed more of those Biolume Egg starts. I think I had them, but I needed really to get the good stuff here, because if I had like a Biolume Egg here with the Skull Scarp and the Gargantuas, I had the tools here, but the opponent was too fast, and them able to use the Wolf Strike was really nasty. They have a Lambenat here. Yeah, well now both all lethal. I can only deal with one of them. I can play only one spell, so they just drew all these lands and all big creatures. Okay, so is there any reason to play like Groom's Finery here? I don't think. But yeah, this is, I mean, when this costs 4 mana, it's a 4 mana 5/4. That's no joke. That's really good in limited. And that's what happened. They had it on the play even. So, of course, it's gonna be hard to beat such a start, especially when they had the kill spell on my Death Toucher. But Siphon Essence? I don't think I'm gonna leave mana up too much here. Alright. Don't think the sideboard really has a lot of interesting options here for me. Yeah, done. Let's try to win a match in this event. And then maybe get a non-green deck as an opponent in the next one, because that would be, I think, better for my deck to face non-green decks. Okay, some Biolume Eggs now, please. Ooh, 1 lander. Okay, well, I have a Biolume Egg and I have a 2-drop an opponent also mulligan here, and I have the Serpents and Ambush, which I can maybe use somehow with the Catgeist. But let's keep this, and I think even though the Diecraft Scavenger is really interesting, it's the card I need here least. Mostly because it's also 4 mana. So let's see, opponent kept 6 there. So will they have 1 or 2 drop? I will have a free card draw if they don't. Okay, and now I will have it anyway if I choose to use the Chill of the Grave, but let's now first see if they have the 2 drop or not. No such luck. So I could connect once, draw an extra card here. Or I can just scry 2 with the Bylum egg. I can use the Serpent and Ambush, but I don't want to use it on the Sporeback Wolf. So I'm gonna actually choose it. Choose to draw some extra cards now. And maybe next turn they play, okay, I can kill it with the Gift of Fangs. Alright, alright, next turn I can, if they have a bigger blocker, I can use and will use the Serpent and Ambush to deal with that thing here. Then I can play the Gift of Fangs to get rid of the Sporeback Wolf. Yeah, it's not so bad. I don't get to draw a card, but I get rid of these, and it's annoying enough that I want to get rid of it. I have the assistant for the egg too, right? This is not so bad. Yeah, let's attack. Show slide. Let's first scry before I... Yeah, before I choose to play the land or not. I don't think I'm going to play the Thirst for Discovery though. I can use this to return. I mean, I have also the trick there. I think I like to have the Scarp in here. But I also think I want to have the land here because of the thirst. So next turn I'm gonna play one of these things. Okay, I don't need the swamp next turn, so I will have put the Scarp on top here. Lambenot. Okay. And then I can draw. Yeah, I can do the. I can use the Thirst for Discovery. So, because I'll do the scry and draw. That's what I'm gonna do here. And then I will. Now I guess I could also, you know, there's another option. I could take the Serpent and Ambush. I mean, no, I can't because I don't have the land here. Yeah, so if I play this, I will have only one mana left. But I could have kind of either drawn a free card or forced some kind of a trade here. But yeah, this is now easy. I will do this, sacrifice the egg, and then I will draw the swamp here, and I can play Thirst for Discovery, which does mean that I might have to discard 2 non-lands. That is risky. But I mean, if I draw 3 non-lands, then I can discard 2 of them. I got my 4/4 here anyway. So I can block the Lambenot with it. Pointed discussion. Okay, they get cards, but so do I. And it's of course quite likely that one of the cards will be a land. Catgeist. Paxong Pop. What? No wolves again. No wolves for them. There's a land. Another thirst also, Skullscarp and yeah. This is, oh, well, what is this? This is good stuff. This is now good stuff. So, I'm gonna attack with the Serpent. If they trade with the Lambenot, I don't care. No tricks. And then I will play this and then the Skullscarp, which will be pretty good. Yeah, I will have one swamp after that. So scrying into a Rotite Gargantua. But I think I also want the land because of the thirst for discovery here. So in which order do I want to have them? The Gargantua I might want to have available on the next turn. So I will have 6 lands. I can play the Gargantua on the next turn if I want to. Yeah. Sacrificing the Catgeist. Getting value out of my exploits. So now at least my deck gets to function. Even if I lose this game, I get to function with my exploit stuff. So that's something. This is also very good. I mean, I get to a 2/2 token here for free. The 4/4 comes back in here and all that. So this is good stuff. And they will have to sacrifice something on the next turn when I am gonna sacrifice my own cat guys too. Okay, they do a Grizzly Ritual there. Fine. So the Stitched Assistant can attack on the next turn. Can I force them to block with the pop somehow? I don't think that's going to happen. Now, what I can do here is I can use the repository scarp here. And then I can get back a bunch of things actually. Could even take the Chill of the Grave because I will have a zombie. I can take the Serpentine Ambush. I like the other option more. So I'm gonna do it like this. This Scarp is going to sacrifice the Catgeist. Get all the value there. And I will return, of course, the Chill of the Grave, which I can cast. And then the Socialite won't be able to block. They'll take 7 or jump block. So they have only 10 life, but if they play 2 blockers now... Well, if they play 2, they are not gonna be that huge. If they play only 1, I think I should just go all in attack. Okay, they're gonna use mana to draw it more into more spells. So that is good. Now they have only 5 mana available. And they have... Oh, they are flooding out, so they have to use a blood token again. Yeah, that's now with only 4. The Rural Recruit, yeah, not a good blocker. I mean, they got 2 blockers, but I can attack with everything now. And before I do that, I will, of course, Rotite Gargantua, because they're gonna trade with the Skull Scarp here for sure. So, okay, more of that. So I'm gonna do this pre-combat, I think. Although that means that... no. And this is a non-token creature, so I don't get the... Yeah... If I sacrifice, let's say, the 3/2, I will get a 2/2 token, but then they can just sacrifice 1/1, and otherwise it would be 3/2 trading with the 1/1, and me getting a 2/2. Yeah, I don't think I need it. I mean, I'll just attack with everything. They will kill the Skull Scarp here, but the rest of the blocks won't be that fun for them at all. Then I have the Gargantua. Yeah. This is how it goes. They have to jump block here, unless they have like a massive might. Okay, they choose to kill that. Understandable that they want to have to get rid of the... Okay, that's a double block. So let's see if they have a massive might or not. They did not. Okay, so now what they have no... Okay, so yeah, this is now easy. They get 1 life there. And I can play a 5/4 and trade the Stitched Assist. No, actually, I can now, of course, sacrifice just a token here because I no longer have Yeah. I mean, the only thing that cared about sacrificing non-tokens was, of course, the Skull Scarp. So I would have sacrificed the 2/2. They sacrificed these, and they have impossible board to face. Well, that only required like both my eggs and the Skull Scarp and all that. But hey, I won a match, even though that still doesn't give me any additional prizes. At least I won a match, and hey, I can continue winning more matches. And hopefully, I will also face a non-green deck. I think I would have a better chance against those. Well, I'll keep it. I have a 2-drop and not so great other drops. This is a 4-mana 3/3 currently. This really is mostly good if I get a Biolume Egg. Or some other, thing. I mean, also requires something to be in my graveyard. Okay, Traveling Minister. Don't like to see the great 2-drop, 1-drop from there. Yeah, it seems like appropriately these are not easy matches. Appropriately for this event. Well, I mean, I guess I can just get lucky too, but but point is, well, they did not have a 2-drop, so maybe, yeah, okay. I mean, it's not such a great start when they have this 1-drop, but not a 2-drop. Right, so these are both, of course, great. The Alchemist Retrieval also is something I can, fetch with the Repository Scarp, so I will keep this both, but at what? So my next turn is actually not that impressive. I think I'll just play the egg, even though the Scry is kind of wasted partly, because I know I will have the retrieval there. But my best play on the next turn is that. Unless, I mean, there's also a possibility I just play the Scarp to turn this into a 4/4. I don't necessarily, I will keep the retrieval anyway, because it's nice interaction there, but maybe it's more valuable to make this into a 4/4 by just playing a 4-mana 3/3 that transforms this into a 4/4. It's fine. I don't need the additional value there. So with that plan, I'm never gonna play the egg on the next turn, so I should maybe take the retrieval just in case something happens that makes me want to use the retrieval after all. So are they mono white or not drawing their second color? Ancestor there. So I kind of want to bounce this now, and then use the Scarp next turn to get it back, the retrieval I mean. Because they can attack this being a 3/3 now, the 4/4 blocker will be good enough there actually. Yeah, maybe I'll save the bounce for... I bounce something that makes the Rot-Tide Gargantua better. Maybe. I can bounce this and attack with the Recluse. That's all I can do. Then the next turn I would be using the Repository Scarp or the Rot-Tide Gargantua. Well, it's actually... yeah, fine, let's do it. I'm gonna do it because of the reason that I want to actually I want to play the 5/4 on the next turn. That's maybe what I want to do. And if I now sacrifice it by, doing this repository Scarp thing, I don't have a good fodder for this Gargantua. So I don't really... it doesn't matter even if they just sacrifice the Minister, that's fine. And if they sacrifice the Ancestor, it's fine too. So let's do this now. They are missing a land drop, by the way. I have now a 5/4 and a 4/4. And they just don't want to... what? That was a bit early. I mean that was a frustration of not drawing lands, but I wasn't. They had this life gain engine, but that maybe means that they didn't have like the pacifism. They didn't have the the thing that what's the fierce retribution or whatever, the kill an attacker for 2 damage, 2 mana. They probably didn't have any of that because this concession, they were gaining life and all that. I wasn't gonna... Okay, well, I mean, I of course saw very little of the deck, but I saw enough. First of all, Gift of Fangs will be good here. And then Lantern of the Lost. Not gonna play that even though they have this, you know, disturb creatures, probably more than one, but I also don't want to exile all cards from all graveyards, because you don't get the card from this unless you use the second ability, and I care about my graveyard too, so there's that. So I need to cut something from the Gift of Fangs. What can it be? Siphon Essence goes again. My plan was kind of, keep mana up for Thirst for Discovery and the Siphon Essence, but it's just, I mean, when both curve out, it's so hard to leave mana up. If you had flash creatures, that would be a lot better than the counterspell, I mean. Flash creatures with counterspells, they are a good combination. That allows you to still add to the board while leaving up mana for a counterspell. So, don't really know enough if I want to play the second Gargantua. They might have a lot of sacrifice for their type of card, so I don't think I want to do any other changes yet. I could play the Dread Fugue. Nah, I like all what I have here, so let's just submit this version of the deck. Gift of Fangs will be quite usually useful against white, but white has some vampire. I mean, all the colors. Well, maybe no, not all the colors have vampires. Green doesn't have. I don't think blue has either. But white has like some vampires, so I need to be careful what to target with the Gift of Fangs. All right, well, let's mulligan. Well, what do they do? Do they mulligan? Nope. Right, well, this is not bad. I have a 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. But yeah, the Catgeist isn't the greatest in this deck because I have so little amount of evasion. They have that thing again. So little amount of evasion that this is really not gonna draw that many cards. Okay, they're green-white. Now I know their second color. It's not mono white. Again, no 2-drop. If I get to draw the swamp, sacrificing the Biolume Egg on the Fellstinger is of course fantastic, but I need the swamp. But they need now a 3-drop. I mean, otherwise I'm gonna draw a card with this thing. What? Kill it? I could be a Witch's Web actually. Or a Fierce Retribution, sure. I mean, I don't need that for anything, but now I get to scry to get my swamps. Hopefully that's gonna work. Oh, bad. I mean, good cards, but man, if I had a swamp, they would be a lot more keepable. Well, I mean, those go there now. And if I draw an island, I could have the repository sculpt, but there's an Gnarling Wolf, alright. Okay, good. This is good stuff, so I will be drawing more cards now. What is... I mean, again, I see opponent had 2 lands, but this is not the game over. If I sacrifice this, yeah, I get value. 2 cards, losing 2 life. This is for well, I mean, if the opponent didn't want to play any further, I'll take that. So that wasn't a hard match after all. And then we will go to the next one. So actually now I'm at a point where wins start counting. So all these first price point, 3 price points from 0 to 2 wins are 5,000 gems, and now next win is worth 2,500 gems. Okay, I like it. The Catgeist on the play is always requiring opponent to have an early play. You don't always have an early play. So there's a chance this will get me a free card, but we will see now. Not gonna happen this time. Let's scry into something fun. That at least a swamp is needed. Oh, I could just yeah, this is now a little bit interesting because I kind of want to have the 4/4 there. I could do it with Graph River. And for the Gargantua, I can still sacrifice the Catgeist. So I have food for that. So if I now decide not to keep the Graph Reaver, I mean, I have 5 mana, but I don't have 2 black. So it could be quite awkward in that case. I think it's a safer play to just, of course, not keep the island, but I will have the Graph Reaver. It's a reasonable enough play for the next turn to get the get the 4/4 there. Okay, Weaver. No Planeswalker. It would have been funny if they had like the Chandra there. I could kill it with this thing. Well, no such luck. So now I need to swamp for this Gargantua. They'll just sacrifice the Disciple, but it's fine. Okay, they can sacrifice that too. So now I need some help from the deck. That's not bad. I can have the Catgeist there. So the thing is that they can just double block the Biolum Serpent and they only lose one thing. But that would mean that they lose the Weaver of Blossoms. Maybe it is worth it in the end. And they maybe trade, they can block the Graph Reaver with the Spore Crawler. Also something I just have to accept. So maybe I'll do that. Don't really have much other stuff going on here in this hand. That is the thing. That is of course valuable for the opponent, but there's not much. I'm not gonna start sacrificing those islands anytime soon. So now I will do this. Scry and draw. Nothing to get back. Bye bye. Okay, Thirst is good, but I still want to play my Recluse here. Of course I don't want to discard a swamp on this thing unless I have like multiple of them. But we'll see. I will be able to make this into a 3/3. Okay, they have those rules. So I will use now the Thirst here first, I think. I'll see what I draw. Well, I have the Chill of the Grave. I have Alchemist. Yeah, I'm not gonna discard 2 non-lands here. Let's get rid of that thing, and then I will probably just do this. Oh, it's my only zombie though. Can't use the Chill of the Grave if they trade this away. No attacks. I want to use I need the discount to get this, to make it possible to play this on their turn. Let's see if they have a 6/6, which they could easily have. A Braid on there. I could save my own Witch, but that doesn't really make any sense now, does it? That's dead. And I need... I think I'm gonna just tap this guy down. I'm willing to make some trades here. Okay, that is also good. But they didn't even attack, and now I got my swamp, finally. Well, let's draw some cards, shall we? They can start using the Runebound Wolf, but it is what it is. Okay, that starts to be good stuff. So this is the sacrifice fodder. Then I can play the Skull Scarab on the next turn. This leaves mana up for the retrieval if I need to use it. Okay, I'm kind of getting there, but I'm going down to 15 now. This thing won't untap yet. Oh, come. What? What? Oh, man. Yeah. Really horrible stuff. At least they don't get to draw a card, but... This card is really obnoxious to play against. I mean, this was actually an interesting game with this. I mean, they have this clock with them. I mean, they can clock me with the. They don't want to attack. They want to activate it. They made this to produce, so they can activate this Runebound Wolf. So it's not the greatest glorious sunrise yet, but it's just a matter of time before it starts dominating entirely. So am I gonna want to bounce it? No, I'm not gonna bounce anything yet. Okay, so this is really not easy now. So let's do this. Do this. Next turn I can start doing those gargantuas with the specimens. I do need one more swamp though to do the entire thing here. I think I'm gonna play this. And I could trade with the disciple here, but that doesn't. I guess I could bounce the disciple and then have the cat guys draw. No, I will use the specimen. I needed the specimen back to get to use the gargantua here. So it's just not gonna be an. I mean, I wouldn't mind not attacking if they didn't have the glorious dawn sunrise there. That is really nasty. And now they have a pack song pop. Yeah, I mean, I could try to deal with the pop, but that rare is just. It is so. Well, I mean, it is the format. It is Crimson Vow. Why wouldn't people have bomb rares left and right? Come on, if I drew a land, it should have been a Dawn Swamp. That would allow me to use the Gargantua and return it again, the specimen I mean. Well, I can only try here my best. Can attack with this thing. Am I gonna trade the Fell Stinger on the Sporeback Wolf? Probably not. So I have one Thirst for Discovery left in my deck. Yes, that means the island will be in my hand now. I have the mana for even for the cleave cost of the retrieval here. I'm taking 3 here, by the way. It's no. I mean, I need to start doing something, but raising them is impossible. I guess they are flooding out, so that is they can't draw a card with that thing. The best thing they can do with it is actually, gain life. Oh, but that doesn't work. If you control a creature, no, I'm not gonna give you a card. So this here is gonna be bounced. For now, they can just replay it and all that, but at least they don't get to draw the card right now. I can start attacking with this Gargantua. Okay, a Grisly Ritual. Not so bad, actually. What I can do is the Catgeist on the Gargantua. If they double block with these things, I will accept that. That leaves me mana up to return the specimen. And I think at this point I should be attacking with no, the Fell Stinger, I think I want to have it as a blocker here. I just rather return the specimen, but I think they are not gonna jump block or trade with it. I might be able to draw a card. That could give me an something else to do here. Okay. Yay, my cat thing gave me a card. Alright, so that is of course good. I can't do this and the specimen though, even if I play this, but this would require 6 total of mana. But I can scry into a swamp, and then if I get a swamp on the next turn, I would have a total of 8 mana, which is enough to return the specimen and then cast this. I need a swamp for it, but I don't have to play the island. I think I want to save it for the blood token there. Oh, I don't actually. Oh, sorry. I don't need to even return the specimen because, of course, I'm gonna sacrifice the Biolume egg, which means I don't need either of these swamps anymore. Unless I want to still return the specimen. But no, I don't think. So I'm gonna go down to 7 here, and then they can attack with. They can make all these trample. Is that going to be a problem? That could be a problem. That is 2. That's 9 power of trample, but I have 8 toughness here, so it's not lethal. It's not lethal, and they would lose, of course, a bunch of stuff. So I don't think they're gonna choose that line, unless they do something like a pump spell or anything of that sort. So I'm actually having a chance against the Glorious Sunrise here because of them having, a bunch of flooding out here. Flame Blessed Bolt on there is annoying. Now I have still 6 toughness. Still 6 toughness, so I think I have a chance. Yeah, if they attack with everything, they don't win, but they will have a good attack here. That's the problem. So I'm gonna take here. I'm gonna use the Crimson Ritual here, of course, to deal with the. But I can't do it at all. I mean, I don't want to lose the Skull Scarp, but I'm gonna go to 4 now. Man, did they have to have the Flame Blessed Bolt was nasty. Because if I could block now and only take, I mostly kill one of these wolves. That is the thing here. So if I can only jump for 2. I mean, it is trample, so it doesn't even absorb the full amount here. So the thing is, if I leave this, I will get the zombie token when I do this. But they can just now use this and then untap and use this. So I have to actually use the Crimson Ritual instead. It's really bad. I think I still need to do this. If they have a wolf, yeah, okay. They did not. So Crimson Ritual has to be used on the Runebound Wolf right now. If I attack here, that is sadly 1 damage short. Didn't even realize, but that's how it goes. I mean, I have here 11 damage. They have 12. Oh, wow. So I need a lot of blockers here, of course. I want to draw the card from this thing. So I'm gonna go down to 1 here. And this will be a 3/3 from the counter, and it will be 4/4 trampler. So 7 power of trample I need. When I play the Crimson Ritual, I will not have any other plays available. So I need at least 7 toughness, but I need to also spread the blockers so that I don't get any damage trampled over. So I think I might need everything here. Or maybe I can attack with like... How risky can I make it? How risky can I make it? Okay. I guess I can leave a... No, maybe I shouldn't. If they draw... I'm gonna attack with these at least. I kind of want to attack with the Skull Scarp because I know they are not gonna block with it with the Runebound Wolf. And now I could put 2 on here and 2 and the 0-4 in here. I mean, actually, these 2 go on the Pack Song Pop. This goes here. I won't die to trample damage. I will die to anything they might have otherwise, though. Maybe I need to... I will just attack with the 1 Gargantua here. It feels like that's what I have to do. Okay, I think I can play the Doom Dissenter too. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. So Grizzly Ritual on here, me going to 1 here. Okay, hopefully they don't win this turn. If they have a pump spell, it's gonna be... I mean, I can't block the Tramplers. Yeah, if they choose to... Okay, they choose to draw a card. Well, that is kinda good. Means they don't have an immediate win. Oh, white Torrens. Well, that's not so great right now. Diecraft Scavenger will be also good. I mean, this could be a lethal attack now. Because they are effectively at 5 now. I have here 9 mana, so I can actually do this both. Yes, post-combat land scavenger will be a thing. So let's make them sacrifice a thing there. And then if I attack with everything, they can block the... the biggest things they can block is the 5-4 and the 2-2, and they will take 2. They will take 5 exactly, and then the scavenger will be lethal. So let's see if that can work now. Am I gonna beat the Glorious Sunrise again? Yes, I am. Okay, but that was just game 1, but at least I won that, so now I can, win one of the next 2 games. Okay, Roadside Gargantua, not that great against all the 2-2s they have, but still, I guess it's a slightly better value than the Repository Scarp here. So let's do the maximum 5-4s again. Gift of Fangs, yeah, that's going to kill a young Paxong Pup, the Torrents, Runebound Wolf, all this stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna play that too. But now I will need to cut something. I'm also interested in getting rid of the Dread Fugue. I mean, using this to get potentially rid of the Glorious Sunrise. Also, what I can do is I can bounce it. It's a non-land permanent, and then make them discard it. So let's try to see if I find some cuts here for this stuff, because I don't have easy cuts here. But everything is good, but the Siphon Essence, that's again going to go. I mean, I could cut a land if I feel like risky here, but I don't wanna really cut a land because I have all the card draw and that. I will play 17 lands. That's for sure. I like all this stuff. I mean, I like the Dread Fugue least here, but maybe I just won't ever have time for it. I mean, it is really clumsy to pay 3 mana for that effect. I mean, I also need to. I mean, this is a functioning deck. I don't want to lose the functioning parts of it. So let's have it like this. Hopefully they don't have the Sunrise, or if they do, they flood out in a similar manner here. Okay, this is really good. I can play this into, I mean, it becomes a 2-2. There's a Gift of Fangs for the early stuff. I have a Thirst for Discovery to refill. Really, really decent stuff. That will be dealt with soon, not yet. Okay, well actually that's the thing I'm gonna deal with. But I'm also willing to just trade there. So I'm going to attack first. See what they do. If they block the Scarp, that's completely fine. Now I can play the Thirst for Discovery. If they took that, I might have used this just to not take that much damage. But now that was fine. I have no other exploit here, and this did get me a bunch of value already. Okay, they might have the Torrents. Now that's a target for the... Oh, they have a Howling Moon. So that will become a 2. And now whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, they get a token. So I have to avoid that. But I get to kill this thing now. I kind of must kill it. Because I don't want to start taking 4 per turn here. Okay, can get one of this way. So I don't want to give them free tokens. So it's kinda awkward. But I mean, it's maybe fine to do this and return the specimen because I have the stitched assistant, which I can use. I can use the body here to sacrifice for the assistant here. Another Runebound Wolf, that's okay. Okay, Grisly Ritual isn't bad. But it's really, I mean, this is annoying because I could double spell this turn too. I could double spell by, playing the assistant and the recluse here. But I guess I have the bounce spell, so let's do this first now. Oh, they have a kill spell. Well, in that case, I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm not gonna play another. I think I'll just have to bounce the Runebound Wolf on their turn. Then I might use the Grisly Ritual. I mean, they have only 2 cards left. 1 card left. I mean, I could take 4 damage. I can take 4 damage. I'll take it for now and see what they play. Weaver of Blossoms. Okay, so that might be meaning... Okay, I want to be able to... Oh, but I can kill it with the Grisly Ritual. I mean, me dealing 3 is not that great. Definitely not. I will take 4 from this thing. I think I need to do this. And I'd rather kill the Weaver here than the... Because this 2-2 can't block this my 2-2. So I'm gonna bounce the Runebound Wolf here. And I'm gonna use Grisly Ritual on that thing most likely. Okay, that won't be bad. Also, instant allows me to use my mana efficiently without double spelling on a single turn. So let's do this and attack for. Also, the specimen gets to connect here. Skeleton guy here, dealing some damage. Okay, Biolume Egg. I can. Well, actually, I don't want to discard anything here now. Biolume Egg is too good to ignore. So first of all, I will just, of course, attack with this thing. And I could play the Recluse, but I'm not going to even transform it this turn. I'd rather Scry here. That's what I want to do. Scry 2 will be good. And I can use the Chill of the Grave here. That's the good stuff. Alright, Rottide, yeah, alright, all this is good. Even this will trigger this, but yeah, I'm keeping them both, for sure. I can also just block and return the specimen. That is something I can do. I'm not sure if I want to even use the Chill of the Grave on this thing. Yeah, I think I will just jump block. It doesn't have trample or anything. Oh, they have a Flame Blessed Bolt on that thing. Well, that was good, but yeah, I'll take 4 then. Not much else to do. If they don't have a creature, they will have to sacrifice the Runebound Wolf. Do they have a creature? They don't have. Okay, this is really good for me. This is amazing. I should just I mean, I guess they could have something. They could have like a Witch's Web. So I'm gonna do this pre-combat. And now I'm actually the favorite to win. I'm the favorite to win now. With the Chill of the Grave especially. I was able to navigate through their Howling Moon without ever giving them a 2-2. Now they did of course get more kill spells. They did get of course a lot of +2/+2s here, but okay, they have an empty hand now. And I have a Chill of the Grave and I have a lethal attack. If that's a creature, I win. Wow. So Glorious Sunrise, or what the heck that green card is, well, they didn't have it in this game, but that didn't stop me. That was a pretty nice game 1 there. It was exacties with the Drain 2 from the Diagraph Scavenger. Okay, the opponent had a couple of Outrage, a Flame Blessed Bolt, this stuff, but well, my deck is working even against the green decks. Alright, so that was actually the first price point where I got an increase to my prices. So after losing the first match here, I have won 3, and I got at least, if nothing else, 2,500 extra gems. I'm on the play here. It has to be a keep. I mean, if nothing else, I can play a 3/2 Death Toucher on turn 3, or if I really have time, I can cast a Thirst for Discovery. Oh, this is now that I can actually do the thing I've been thinking about, so I can leave mana up for Thirst while... No! I shouldn't have said anything. So would have been sweet to keep mana up for Siphon Essence and then use the Thirst if oh man, I'm gonna do this. I'm actually gonna sacrifice this to draw cards. I need lands here. Yeah, counter a creature spell or draw cards if there's nothing worth countering. Would have been sweet, but didn't happen now. I guess I can do that on turn 4 then. They have only 4 power. I think it's something I can play a 3/3 which will block this board if they have nothing. And I don't actually need the Thirst here now. I have a lot of cards, so I'm going to do this. And let's see, make them use a trick of some kind. Then I can play the 5/4 and okay, yeah, they have something, so I'm gonna just... It's at least gonna tax also their trick, so they have to pay an extra mana for this, whatever it's gonna be. Piercing Light, so Scry 1 on top. Okay, so now I can play not getting any value out of my exploits, but 5/4 is a 5/4. They need another way to deal with my guy, which they might have, of course. Heron of Hope, well, that's something that maybe needs to be dealt with the Grisly Ritual. Well, now I can do it. I mean, I can't cast this because it costs 1 more because of Thalia here. So I will just leave one up for Siphon Essence and use the Thirst otherwise. Okay, don't know if I care about it too much, but maybe I would do. I can also use the Blood Token right away. So maybe. The problem is if I let this resolve and they deal with this Gargantua, they have a big board there. I'm gonna do this mostly because I also get to use the Blood Token right away. So I'm gonna discard the swamp. I might need islands for my biome eggs. Okay, even more lands. Okay, well there's some Catgeist. Well, there is a Catgeist. I guess it sacrificed fodder for my exploit stuff. So here I'm gonna do this. I guess I could Thirst main phase. Yeah, I'll do that. I guess I now can discard an island. So I can play one spell. Well, it's gonna be the Catgeist because then I can use the Skullscarb. On the next turn, eat the Catgeist. Fleeting Spirit. Okay. Okay, how many kindly ancestors are you gonna have? A lot. Okay, I could deal with the Thalia if I want to. I'm not sure if I want to. Can't deal with these because they have a card in hand. They might want to just discard it. Now I can use the Diecraft Scavenger to at least get rid of the kindly ancestor. A little bit of value. And I can... Did I play both Thirsts here? No. Thirst for Discovery. I still have one there. I need to Grizzly Ritual the Heron of Hope at some point. Maybe it's not necessary quite yet. What I want to do here is just do the Scarp thing. And then the Diecraft Scavenger, I guess. And then the attacks with the Gargantua, they are just not good. Not good because they have good blocks, multiple blocks there. So don't think I want to use the Gift of Fangs. Now I can use it on the Heron of Hope, of course. Make it kind of a non-relevant thing, but I'll just pass it for now. I want to leave the land in my hand in case I want to actually discard it for the Blood Token. The retrieval will cost 3 with Cleave now. I'm assuming they will have some kind of... they easily can have a kill an attacking creature effect there, for instance. I could just attack with the Diecraft Scavenger, trade it for, Fleeting Spirit. It's not the worst idea. I can try it. I can try it. And then it's time to Grizzly Ritual the Heron here. If it works. They could have a Syncopate. That was it. And then I need to find some other kind of an answer for it. They still have only 5 lands here. Now they start gaining life there. I don't think I'm in a position to raise them. The Biolume egg happens now when I have a bunch of my exploit already done. So are they going to... I mean, if they have the destroy target attacker, I would like to use the alchemist's retrieval here now. I really would want to. I mean, it's not great, but I have to do something here. I have to try to do some damage here. They will double block, and then I will use the retrieval and see what happens then. Because this can go wrong so many. Okay, it didn't go wrong yet, at least. They can still play it costs 3 mana to kill this thing with the Fierce Retribution, which they of course had. So opponent had it all, and then it's just, I mean, when they have it all, it's quite bad. I don't even want to have the river because it hurts me, but it is a way to make this into a 4/4, but I think I need something better here. I will have to give the Fangs the Heron of Hope, and don't know really. Yeah, they have both Syncopate for my kill spell on the Heron of Hope, and then my ground, attack plan didn't work because of the Fierce Retribution. Now this thing is a 2 mana card, which means that my discard effect, can get it with only 1. With only 1 mana. So I don't know what's going on, but I have to just draw some other things here now. I've drawn a lot of cards here. I have 2 lands in my graveyard, 3rd here, 6, that's 10. Yeah, well, there's still a bunch of lands left in the deck, so I think the Kindly Ancestors are just somewhat decent in here. Yeah, this is just nothing is happening because I need some way to... I have actually lost a lot of my good stuff. I don't know if I even can attack here. And the opponent seems to be holding just spells in their hand. I mean, I don't know what can happen here that's good for me. Because if nothing else, I'm gonna get decked before the opponent. Now, unsurprisingly, they did have, of course, more flyers in the deck, but... Okay, the assistant will work nicely now, so... Syncopate won't work this time. They are at 24, though they have so much life gain that even though I get all this value here, I don't know how can I make it happen. So I will return here something. I don't want it to be a... I wouldn't want to have a thirst for discovery, but maybe it has to be. Yeah, because the thing is that Syncopate also exiles. So, I mean, I wish I had the Grizzly Ritual to pick up, but I don't because Syncopate does exile. Well, in that case, I'll just... guess I'll take the... Don't have attacks here, nope. So I will take the card draw spell. I mean, I'm gonna die before I get decked, even if I play the card draw spell, so... I mean, I'm in no position to raise. Now the bounce spell could buy me some time, but I'm not sure how good that's gonna be. I'll take the thirst here. So I will keep these to discard for the thirst, and then I'll just I mean, I have all this stuff in my hand, but I mean, on the battlefield, but the 2-3, the 2-3, and the 2-1 first striker is enough to hold back, and they have the ability to gain so much life here with the kindly ancestors too. That I can't just attack them, make them go. Okay, now they have more flyers. So this is just. I mean, my deck doesn't do anything here. Guess I'll. Well, I guess I'll do like this. So I don't really have any attacks here. This can't. I mean, I can attack a couple of times unblockable, but let's just have it like this, and I probably will use them. Chill of the Grave. Man, they also gain more extra life there now. And then I can play the Dissenter, and then I need to land to play this, because this, even though I have a zombie, it will cost extra mana, thanks to Thalia here. So I will of course have to, tap the Heron Blessed Geist here. And I have 9 cards left. I don't know if I have anything that can, save me. And I mean, they're at 27 and they are gonna gain more life. The thing about this Heron of Hope, when I just had to use the Gift of Fangs for it, is that it still, works with the, the life gain pump boost effect there works. So, I mean, they have a ground full of 2-3 lifelinkers, and then they have Air Force to win. Do I have a game plan against that kind of stuff there? Because I don't think I have a functional game plan at all. The first striker is basically, I mean, I can attack with all, but it just makes no sense. They can block with a 2-3, eat a 2-2. This can eat a 3-2 here. They will gain 3 life, and then whatever I connect here won't be good enough. So, I mean, I'm gonna attack with the Witch, of course, and with the Scarp, but it doesn't seem like I have any other good attack here. This is just, I mean, I can't even win them before I get decked here, I don't think. Well, I'm gonna lose, of course, very quickly here. Very quickly to the Air Force they have there anyway. So next turn I'm gonna lose. I'm going to lose on the next turn. That's not gonna help me. Let's just go here. So if I attack with all, they are not gonna be enough. I mean, even if they have nothing in their hand, they can block the 3 power guys. They take 3, 4, 12 damage and then gain 3 at least. So not gonna work. But what do I do against such a deck? Gift of Fangs, probably. Dread Fugue. They have a counter spell, so this is good against counter spells, and also the thing that can kill an attacker. The Scarb here. I think I like the 5-4 more again, and then Groom's Finery now. Ragged Recluse. Catgeist won't be doing anything. I mean, actually, I'm gonna cut it this time. It was so miserably bad there. And then Siphon Essence, especially bad against anything which would disturb. They get at least some use of the card. So that's it, I guess. I have 15 creatures. Can this be like a big thing that can force some damage through? It's possible it can, but I'm not exactly sure. It really just doesn't seem that good of a card. It does not. Well, I think this is the build I'm going to use. Maybe the Crimson Finery to kind of just push damage somehow. But yeah, the 2/2 tokens will be so bad against all the 2/3s they have. This will be bad too. I mean, I can't really take damage while they have a... This is starting to be pretty miserable because I'm actually losing to those 2/3s, which they have a lot of there. I'm gonna play the Crimson Finery. Not sure if it's gonna help me at all. But I'm gonna do this deck now, and if I happen to win this game, maybe I will readjust something. But I was running out of time there anyway. So again, it seems like this blue-white is my kryptonite now. I mean, I had a good start. Oh, this is bad. But it just completely was... I mean, the Thalia into the 2/3 lifelinkers. My deck isn't good against them. Alright, so here, I guess I'll just cut a land here and hope to draw the dream cards here. Maybe the card draw spell first for this thing. Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel like this will be it, the end of the event. Well, so much of all the attacks. At least I got this Biolume egg here, so let's hope to scry into some lands. These are fine. These are just fine. So we can use the Gargantua on turn 5, unless they counter it, of course. Bystander, they don't have more land drops, which is not good now that... I mean, I can't even attack with my 2-drop. But... I'm gonna wait for it, the Scavenger, I think. It feels like I wanna wait for it. Okay, so now they can sacrifice these, and then I will of course exile it with the Scavenger. And maybe I can start attacking with the 5/4 and the 4/4. Okay, they actually didn't even want to continue. Well, they just, you know, they just didn't hit the land drops and they went. I guess they had nothing. Well, I mean, even if they had a Fierce Retribution, Thalia makes it a 3-mana spell, even with the cleave cost, so it doesn't work here. Courier Bat not gonna be good. Edgar's Awakening won't be good either. A lot of this stuff won't be good. How about the Serpentine Ambush? Do I need some trick of this kind? I don't think, but... I don't know if this stuff I have here seems so bad against the kind of cards they play in their deck. Do I want to have another Scab? Nope. I don't really think there is much I should be doing differently here. I guess I need to get lucky and then they need to get unlucky. I mean, it feels like I can win a game like the previous one there. But yeah, I think this is, unless they really get unlucky, I will have a tough time to win anything here. But let's, of course, I'm not gonna give up until I have lost. So What? No Thalia this time. Gift of Fangs. Well, I actually would prefer now there to be a Thalia, but I can use this Diecraft Scavenger maybe to exile this thing before they get to... I mean, it's possible that they will play a 3-drop now and then they will use the aura in there. It is possible. But maybe they won't do it to my open mana. Yeah, the idea is that I have an open mana here, they don't wanna risk it. Hopefully they don't wanna risk it. Okay, they did it. That wouldn't have been great for them at all. But it would have been really bad for me if they make this into a 4-5. Now the Sealed Basher won't be fun either because it will become indestructible. But one thing at a time, I guess. Can discard an island here. But this thing will hold back the Ancestor, and if they want to attack with this, they have to use some mana on it. It's not a big deal though, they still have 4 mana left. So the... Okay, now they have a Thalia, but it's not that big of a deal this time. But yeah, they don't run out of things to play. But I got an egg there. Sadly, the Crimson Finery is now more expensive to cast, so I cannot double spell here. That is annoying. But it is what it is. Let's scry here. Really, well, I'm not gonna need the island, that's for sure, but I can only get the thirst for discovery back by sacrificing something I might not even want to sacrifice. I don't have any food for this thing, so I think I will put this to the bottom of the deck now. No, I'm not in a position to raise here. Yeah, actually the Sealed Basher. I need my other Gift of Fangs. That's what I need here, because this is really gonna be the... I mean, if they didn't have this, they're gonna deal 4 per turn. This is actually ridiculous how this card, which is usually not that amazing, is now gonna be just... I mean, it's dominating here. I have the Grisly Ritual, but sadly they also found the Flyer. So, not easy. Not easy at all. I mean, this costs 7 mana now because of Thalia. So, well, yeah, this is the only... I want them to sacrifice something. It's gonna be the Kindly Ancestor, though. Or maybe Thalia. But yeah, let's just... I mean, I didn't want them to have the Flyer too, but... What can you do? They have it all. Yeah, there's no position to raise them, not with the lifelink they have. And they just use their mana so, I mean, amazingly well each of their turns. It's really... I guess I could have attacked with this, or for the trade with the Spirit. Anyway, I kind of forgot I have the 4-4 coming up. But this is really... I guess I need my bounce spell. No, I can use the Crazy Ritual, but I'm taking here 6, and then this thing will... I mean, I have to sacrifice the 2-3 just to prevent them from dealing all that damage, I think. Then I need to find... I actually need... yeah, now the Repository Scarp actually would be useful, because I need to kill also the Heron of Hope here. But I think here I need to use the Scavenger to just prevent some damage. So next turn I can play the egg into Stitched Assistant. That is good. Can I attack with 5-4 here? I think I... No, I can't. I mean, if they have a remove... Yeah, the thing is, if I attack with a 5-4 here, if they deal with the Biolum Serpent, it's going to be horrible. I will go down to 3 in that case. But I also need to raise them, so maybe I need to get lucky here, and I do need to get lucky. Next turn I still have rather somewhat good stuff going on because I can play the egg and the assistant. I get to scry and then more. I mean, I get to dig deep here. And they don't attack with the ground guys. That is good news. I only take 2 here now, so there is still a chance. I kind of hope they just drop some lands. I don't want them to get to 5 lands and then have all spells. Okay, there's that. Right, so they could have a syncopate, but they actually can only play it with x equals 1 because of Thalia. So I'm gonna do this first. Gargantua. Guess it will be yeah, it will be useful with the persistent specimen. So do I need the land? I don't need the land. So then I will play this assistant first, because if I attack they might lose the Thalia in combat, and then they can syncopate for x equals 2. So let's now make a syncopate. And I mean they can still syncopate the persistent specimen, but I guess then I'll just leave with that. And now I have a 4/4 coming up. So I think I will. They have no first strike for this. Not that it would actually matter, because they could have 5 power of first striker. So this thing attacks, and this thing attacks. I have to deal some damage here. Maybe they have a fierce the retribution thing. It's possible. They might discard a card to kind of discard a card to prevent the damage from the 5/4. Kindly Ancestor. Okay. So they have 1 card left. So they can give lifelink to Heron of Hope, but I think I still have my bounce spell. I have another Gift of Fangs, so I can make it, something that can. I can neutralize it. That's the idea. Land. Okay, there's 1 unknown card in there, but they will start gaining life, so they don't even use the Kindly Ancestor here. So that means they have a spell in their hand they are wanting to use. They gain 3 there. This transforms. Well, it's a 3/5 now. I have the Groom's Finery, I guess, but okay, what to do with all this? So if they have a syncopate, they can x equals 2, so this will actually resolve. Because again, with the Thalia, they can't put a bigger x in there. Well, I mean, first I'll just do the Gargantua thing, why wouldn't I? Seems like a pretty no-brainer here that they have to sacrifice some of their stuff. Okay, so they choose to lose the Thalia, makes sense. Now they do have first strike available on this, but my attackers won't have, just they have more toughness than 3. So this is the attacks now. I have blockers on their attacks, so it's fine. I can play the Ragged Recluse here still, and I can use these blood tokens to find some kind of an answer. I can try to kill the Fleeting Spirit here. See if that works. It did work. They gain a lot of life thanks to the Heron of Hope, but now they are down to a small number of creatures. I have a couple of 5/4s in here. If I can dig into a way to neutralize the Heron of Hope and they don't draw another flyer quite yet, there's a chance. There is a chance. Okay, that is a lifelinker now. Chill of the Grave, something. Thirst for Discovery. Well, that is going to be played right now. Not a bad draw at all. So I'm gonna leave 2 and 2 here. And I will discard a swamp. There's a dread fugue, whatever. Yeah, let's discard a swamp. Guess. Do I want to see what the card in their hand is? Because I could also use the mana. I can play and equip this anyway. That's actually true. I don't need to dig into. Yeah, I'm gonna actually use this with, you know, for 1, because equip cost doesn't require black. Yeah. So let's do this with 1 here only. I want to know what the card in their hand is. Could be just land, of course. It is a syncopate. Well, bye-bye syncopate. One of the reasons I did put the Dread Fugue in the deck is that they have a counterspell. And then I can do the finery thing. This is gonna be... I'm gonna deal for 16. Oh, I almost can force them to jump block. But it's only almost. Anyway. I think I'll just still play the finery here. This is actually going to... I mean, they have empty hand, unless they find a way to deal the extra 2 there. I mean, they actually... Oh yeah, it's 1... This thing has lifelink, so... If I attack with all, they will gain 3 lives. They will block these 3-2 and they will be at 20 and I will deal here 18. So yeah, it doesn't work. So I have to only cancel. I don't want to sacrifice any lands now. So, I mean, if they draw a blank, I will win. I will have 2 blockers on this thing. This will even transform, actually. I discarded this turn. I played the Thirst for Discovery. They're gonna go down to... Okay, there's a chance. There's a chance. Oh. What a thriller. I really thought I'm gonna lose this match after the game 1. I'm so glad they didn't find the other flyers here. Okay, at least this event offers a lot of excitement to me and hopefully to you too. Wow. I'm gonna have to have a little break here actually now. I need to grab something to drink. But I'll just pause it and the video will resume right now. Okay, I'm back now. So the current status is that this win was also worth 2,500 gems. So I'm now at 10k gems. But now the next wins will be quite nice because even though the next step doesn't give you money prizes, it's gonna go from 10,000 to 25,000 gems. And then of course money. So I would be very happy to just win even once. But of course, let's see if I can win even more. But even if I lose now, it has been a pretty exciting event, and I'm very having fun here now that I was able to crawl back from after losing the first match. I'm at 4 wins now, so that's really nice. No matter what happens in this match. Okay, that's a nice hand. Actually, a really nice hand. The opponent starts with a 1-drop 2. Now, there's no easy mode here in this tournament. But I have a good start, which is able to... I might be able to, you know... raise the opponent here. Now I'm gonna use the Fell Stinger on the next turn to sacrifice a thing. So I think the Doomed Dissenter is the pick here. I might wanna have the... Okay, they might have a counter spell, but I can still sacrifice the Specimen even if they counter this thing. But I have to now think about what... Are they gonna pass with mana up? Because if they are, I think I'm... Oh, well now definitely. I'm not gonna play the Fell Stinger. I have my own Siphon Essence here, and then I can Thirst for Discovery. Now that I drew it, perfect draw actually. So it seems like they might have a Syncopate or something. And even if they don't, but they're dealing with 1 damage currently, so this is completely fine. If they pass with nothing, with no plays, I can just place a Thirst. They might counter it, but then I can play stuff on my own turn. Alright, so this is interesting, but it just has to be the island. I don't want to lose two non-lands here. I guess I could have played the Recluse because I know I have this Thirst for Discovery, but too late now. So 2 non-lands would allow me to hit the land drop, but I don't like that. I want to just keep all the stuff there. Stitched Assistant. So now it's time to just start, you know, playing into their potential counter spells, but with which of these things? I think I might start with the Craft Reaver. Because I have 2 things that can... Because I could play the egg, but it's kind of annoying if they just counter it. It's such a good one. So I like this 3/3 more now. Be my guest and counter it. Okay, no countering. So I could exploit now and eat the Dissenter here, just to make it into a 2/2. I just don't think it's worth it. I have this and this. Yeah, I'm gonna decline that. So if they have a counter spell, it's something they didn't want to use. Okay, now they have a green mana available. I mean, it's just easily possible they don't have a counter spell and they have like a bounce spell or something like that. Okay, well the Mariner is, you know, really annoying, of course. Because I can't do anything with that being around. I wish I could have countered with the Siphon Essence there. But yeah, now, again a green deck, which makes my 3/3s and all that really a lot worse, but it is what it is. I'll play the egg now. Get to scry here at least. I think I want to have both of those. I have the Grizzly Ritual here. Yeah, let's keep them. And no attacks. Well, I'm gonna block here for sure. I mean, they can use their tricks, whatever. I mean, just I'm pretty happy to trade these things for a trick. I would have been taking damage with from the 3/3 anyway. Alright, so now again, they don't do anything else than that. So I do have options here, of course. One of them is to play just Ragged Recluse and leave mana up for Siphon Essence, but then there's the problem that if they don't do anything I can counter, I just waste 3 mana. That won't be the play here this time. So I'm gonna just go for the Stitched Assistant, I think, or maybe the Fell Stinger, maybe the Stitch if they have a counter spell. Although Syncopate doesn't kill this thing. I mean, counter it has to be the Siphon Essence if they even have it. I mean, this thing has Death Touch. Okay, fine, let's do it like this. It has to be Siphon Essence specifically, and it wasn't. So now I'm free to attack now. I will draw the cards myself. Yeah, I mean, I take 2 life loss here, but I can survive here. So now what I will do, I'll just attack now that I have the Fell Stinger. I mean, I maybe don't wanna. Okay, I'm gonna attack with the 2/2. If I need to jump block, I will, because they might deal with the Stinger, and then it would be very awkward to take the 4 here. 4 here now. Although I have this, and I forgot it. It's fine. I missed 1 damage. Yeah, could be relevant though, but hopefully not. I always forget this is coming. Well, not always, but often have forget this is coming back. Okay, so things are looking good actually. I can kill their biggest threat, which may not even be the Hook-Hand Mariner currently. This will gain me some life. They have I have a creatures I can exile. They have 5 mana only available. That doesn't give them the 6/6 common, for instance. That is fine. And that is fine. And now I can use the Siphon Essence. Sorry, the Grisly Ritual here. I think I will. So they can't even train this sharpshooter if I kill the Mariner here. Then I have attacks with the Death Toucher and with the 4/4. That's a completely reasonable turn here. Now what they can do is, of course, they can. I actually have an attack with this, but it doesn't make any sense because they can just block with the sharpshooter here. I won't be doing that. So they can block with the Lantern Bearer and then, make one of the guys, fly. And they can train the sharpshooter that way, but I don't think that's gonna give them the win there. This will cost 3 mana to use also. I'm at 11 here. Okay, well that leaves them 3 mana for the Lantern. Okay, they still have 4. They have 5 mana here. Skywarp, Scarp. Okay, I wish I did have a counterspell on that thing. But I still have the Death Toucher. This will be unblockable if I sack some lands there. But let's see what I draw. Thirst for Discovery. Well, that certainly is a good one. This will only trade with the 2/2. That's kinda sad. Well, whatever I do, I'll just play the Thirst first, right? Do I want to leave? I might have to discard this island here. So do I want to leave 2 black or 2 blue up? I could have the 1 mana, the Gift of Fangs. Okay, I'll do it like this. And I will discard, in fact, a Swamp in here. Okay, Gargantuous. That'll be good. Now my Ragged Recluse is going to transform end of turn. And what I can do here now is just I'll play the land. And I will be attacking with the Fellstinger. There's no point attacking with the Serpent. It's just gonna bounce off the Scarp. Unless I want to sacrifice 2, but I'm not gonna sacrifice now 2 lands. That's not gonna happen. I will trade with the Sporeback Wolf. It's fine. And then I think I'll just have the... I could do the Stitched Assistant, sacrifice the Specimen, but I like the Death Toucher that drains some life. A little bit more here now. Get rid of the Sporeback Wolf. And, okay, looking good with the Gargantuous. Yeah, it's better to save this for Gargantua anyway, than use it for the Stitched Assistant. Jacob Hogan is good, but depends on how expensive cards they have in their hand. They are not in a position to attack. I can only... Okay, there's the Grisly Ritual that I can return. It's quite slow though. I mean, I can't do it. And they will be able to do this thing on the next one if they want to. It will take all their mana though. Well, let's I think... oh, there's one thing though. The Stitched Assistant... Oh, sorry, the Repository Scarp allows me to leave Siphon Essence up. So if I do the Gargantua thing now, they can sacrifice maybe like a Taxidermist. I mean, if I really want to take the risky route, I can just attack with this thing twice and that's it. But it's not gonna kind of work very easily like that. So maybe the scarp is what I want, so I can use the siphon essence here. Alright, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna return. Oh, but I can also just return the not the kill spell, but not the kill spell, but maybe a thirst for discovery, which I can be using then in case they don't have a something for me to counter. I like it more. Because I have the Gargantuars I want to be casting anyway, so if I take the 6 mana sorcery, it doesn't really seem that great for me. So I don't wanna sacrifice my lands here yet, so I could attack with this drain 1, but then they can double block it with the 2/5 and the 1/4. Ooh, not great at all. I can also choose to return the specimen if to make it give food for the. Oh, they took that damage. That's interesting. Okay, they're gonna bounce that. Okay, well, I'm happy I didn't start doing any kind of land sacrifice stuff there. Okay, it's bounced now. So the Jacob Hawken. I think they did fix the bug that if it blocks and activates, it shouldn't crash the game anymore. Hopefully. Hopefully they don't. So when they transform, they can cast a spell with this thing. Okay, so they didn't play it anything. So I will thirst for discovery here. I don't get decked yet. Okay, Alchemist sees retrieval. Amazing good stuff now. I'll play the land. I know I want to cast it. I want to have the land here anyway. So now... a lot of things to do. Imagine, I have all these cards in my hand. Also need to win this this match before I'll run out of time. So this is now tough stuff indeed. So, I mean, I could just do the Gargantua thing and make them sacrifice someone. Then I still have the bounce spell up. I'm gonna do this now. I will sack the token here. So it will trade with one of these guys, probably the taxidermist. And then at this point I think I will have to do the attacks with this. I guess I could do with the witch too. But probably not in a rush yet. So they are gonna block with Jacob and then, you know, do the thing with it. But I'm gonna bounce it in response. I think that has to happen, right? It's not easy though. It's not too easy here. Yeah, well, I have to do something. This could be a long match, and I don't wanna. So now is the window when I need to actually use the retrieval here. So sadly, I can't wait for them to, you know, to pay the 6 mana, because then they already get to cast the free thing. At least that's how I understand. So they exile, and then if you may pay 6 if you do transform, and once during it you may. I don't know. Maybe. Well, anyway, it happened now. It's done, and they exiled something face down, and I have nothing else here so far. But now I have the 5/4 attack with and the 2/3 Death Toucher, so I am in a decent shape, and I can keep returning the retrieval back with the. Okay, they have a Wolf Strike there. It is night, so it sadly does work here. Well, I mean, they had to have some cards there. I mean, one of them might be a Jacob Hawken, but it could also be the one they exiled. Okay, there's the Jacob now. So now I will... Okay, that can fight a zombie, but it can also destroy a blood token, but it's not really... They can trade with the scavenger, but I mean, it's the same thing. They can also block the scavenger with it, so not a big deal. So now what I need to do is... Man, this Jacob Hogan. Seal of the Grave though. Huh. Well, that's a good one. If I first use this, but there's no food for it, so to say. I guess it's time to do this and the Gargantua. Okay, let's do it. They're gonna have to sacrifice something. School Scarp. Yeah, I think I'll keep it. I need to make faster plays now. So now let's see what they're gonna sacrifice. If they don't sacrifice Hawken, I can attack without losing my guys. Unless they have a trick. But let's now do this. They go to 2 here. Okay, so they probably have something good for the Hawken. But how good can it be? Look at my board here. They are at 2 here. They're gonna use 6 mana. They get to cast a card for free with their exile, but that will leave them only 1. I wanna see what's gonna be the card that's gonna save them from this situation. There is no such card. Alright, blue-green. The Slinger is good, but yeah, it can kill some of my 2 power zombies for free. But not much I can do about it. I might be interested in killing the Jacob Hogan with the Gift of Fangs. I can kill the Taxidermist with it too. I can attack into this and then -2/-2 it, I guess. It seems like I could play a Gift of Fangs. Seems also that I could play the Groom's Finery, but and again the Roadside Gargantua seems to be too good. I will at least replace one of the repository sculpts with it. Don't know if I should have this in the main deck. I just don't. It feels like it's a quite heavy mana curve to play these 5 drops, but this opponent doesn't seem to raise me quickly, so I have time to play my 5 mana things. And the Siphon Essence probably again gonna be cut here. Serpentine Ambush. That could be interesting against something like a Massive Might or the Wolf Strike, or even against the Soulblade Slinger. It's actually an interesting card. I kind of want to play here, but I need to cut something. Maybe the Catgeist again won't be that great. Yeah, that seems to be the case. 15 creatures still. I'll have it like this. Now that took a lot of time in that match. Biolume Egg. We can scry into stuff. I can even make it into a 5/5. It's such a good card that I'm actually going to... I mean, I need 2 swamps before this Roadside Gargantua. But I mean, Scry 2 is quite good here. Okay, that is also fine. I'm hoping they don't have now a fast start. Well, they have a 2-drop here. Okay, I didn't need both of those. This could be over quickly. Yeah, okay, they have 2 drops. Well, I have my my blocker for them. So here, Craft Reaver. Can't say I'm too interested in it. I want to just draw the swamp here, so I will lose both of these things. I can play the Diacraft Scavenger, even though that means that I won't get drained, but the Death Touch blocker will be, good here. Okay, that is nasty. Okay then. Well. I don't know how many non-creatures they have though, but I think now I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna play this and just transform this into a 4/4. No other value can be gained. Because I don't have the second black here yet. Of course, if I do draw it now, it'll be annoying, but... Well, it seems like I'm not gonna really even... Okay. I mean, it seemed like I wasn't going to even... I mean, use this, because they can just sacrifice this nonsense, so... But I guess now that the egg is back in my hand... well, I can maybe do a little bit of... Yeah, with the Serpentine Ambush, I can actually have it nice. I can try it. So let's get a swamp. Okay, Gift of Fangs will be needed, but I still need a swamp. But I mean, I wanna kill the wizard, so again, I can use the Serpentine Ambush here now. Maybe are they gonna use a pump spell? They might have some interaction, but well, so be it. Let's use our mana here now anyway. Okay, well now I'm in trouble. I mean, I have to do this and then... do this and then probably lose. The flyers, I mean, it is when you get free 1/1 flyers and your opponent isn't raising you, and I'm definitely not. I mean, I kept a hand that wasn't really good against the turn 2 and turn 3 plays like that, and they had, you know, the Lunar Rejection and the Wolf Strike. So this is now over because of all the stuff they have. So I mean, I have good tools to deal with a different kind of board, but when they have this free sacrifice fodder, even that insects here, it's better to move to final game. So if it's a long game, I have 16 minutes time to try to win there. So that's a spirit wizard, so no zombies there really. Siphon Essence, not really interested in that. Now that I showed them the Serpentine Ambush and I saw them all the interaction they have, I don't think I care about it anymore. So I will be cutting that and playing something else. Could be the Kroom's Finery, but could be something else too. Maybe the Siphon Essence again. I mean, have I countered a creature spell with this thing in this event? I don't think I have. That's the problem with the card. It's just not really very reliable. Of course, I have sideboarded it out almost always, but there's a reason for that. I mean, if I really want to try to raise them, I could play another 2-drop here, which can become a 3/3. 15 creatures. I'm thinking about the stupid Finery here. Do I need it against their deck? I'm not sure if I do. I mean, Red Fugue is... counterspell, kind of awkward. Not so great options here. Courier Bat, Recluse. I'll have the 2-drop here. Let's do it. Alright. Again, I have a bunch of 2-drops here, but I just don't seem to be able to get them. But this is still fine, but it's kind of awkward, especially when the opponent curves out. But now I do have the blocker for it, and I get to scry here at least. So Gift of Fangs, I will keep it. There are multiple things I wanna use it on. can use a kill spell. It's fine. I don't even have there a you know, anything to do with exploit. Drain here a bit. I don't need this in my graveyard. There's no way to return stuff. And that was their turn 3. They had no other play. Okay, and this is the reason. Yeah, the Gift of Fangs is really important here now. So, am I going to... I will main phase this. Kind of want to see what I draw. Okay, so a swamp can go away. Not a vampire. And I'm up for the... I'm ready to race now. So, if I find some synergy for these things, that will be quite nice. Okay, these can just fight. It's okay. They trade. They chose not to trade. Oh, there is the synergy. Alright, so definitely I'm feeling like I want to just continue the race here. This is actually a sweet turn. Really sweet turn. So gift, okay. I'm keeping them both. Yeah. So which one do I want to draw first? Maybe the ritual. Just in case I need to use it on the next turn. Because then yeah, okay, that is fine, that is fine. And then I will not play the land necessary yet if I need to use the thirst. Okay, I'm gonna get my 4/4 and the 2/2 token here. They still have 4 cards left, but I'm currently ahead in the race. Now if they attack with the Slinger, what I'm gonna do with the Serpent? I could just block and trade. Okay, Lantern Bearer is not of concern. Well, if they attack with the 4/3, I take the damage. Now that they played the Lantern Bearer, they have only 4 mana left. And I can use Chill of the Grave to, you know... Okay, they have a Wolf Strike there. Well, that works. But at least I have... Okay, most of the stuff I've seen in terms of interaction have been used. They still have the Bounce Spell that draws a card. But that's a 4 mana thing because I don't have Wolves or Werewolves. So now what I do here, I will... there's a Gift of Fangs which I don't want to use on anything yet. I'll just do this. Draw more cards. And discard a swamp. Not a too great set of draws, but because I could now go really aggressive here if I really want to. I can kill the wolf and tap down the Slinger and attack for only 6, but still, I get to draw a card. I mean, I'm gonna do it. It seems like there's nothing much better here for me. Another land. Well... The next big thing they have, I can have a Grisly Ritual on that. There are 2 lands in here, 3, 4, 10, 7 lands and 13 spells. More Wolf Strikes. If they have one blocker, I can kill it and attack for 6. Both my eggs are gone now. Yeah, can't get unblockable attackers anymore. Jacob Hogan, that's not really that interesting, but they seem to still have... Well, they have mana up for the Lantern Bearer. I guess they could make this into a 1-3 to be able to block these, but then I'll just kill it with a Grizzly Ritual. Yeah, that's what they do. So I need to deal with the 4-3, but... Well, the good news is I have these lands that I get 2 blood tokens here. So there is that, at least. That's just a 4-4. They have to trade with the Scavenger. Now they hope they hope they would have fought with this thing earlier. I'm pretty sure, because this dealt so much damage to them. They could have just traded right away there. Okay, that is really good. That is really good. It even works with this. Although it only works if I sacrifice a non-token. But so I could sacrifice the Skull's Cup itself. Wait a minute, I just have a victory here. Don't be foolish. Don't be foolish when you can just win, because of course I don't have to sacrifice any of these. They are at 4, so I won this game. Alright, so I'll just make sure I don't make any mistakes. So I'm gonna do it so that Stitched Assistant is gonna be played, and I'm not gonna, exploit anything here. Decline this, and then I'm gonna play this. I mean, this is unnecessary, but this is still the kind of optimal way to do this. I sacrifice the assistant, get a 2-2, and they sacrifice one of these, and then they lose because they can only block one of my attackers, and that is it. I'm at, what, 5 wins after losing the first match? What a event. What an event. Oh, wow. I mean, it's 1 win, and I get the money prizes, but that's gonna be hard. But I'm getting at least a ton of gems here, which is maybe not that necessary, because I do have gems, but still quite fun. I'm actually... Now I can play 1 more match before I have to take a bit of a break. Where are my 2-drops? I'm still keeping it because I have enough stuff to do, but man, I do have 2-drops in this deck. But it's just not possible to draw them. Wonder what I should do with the Siphon Essence here. I mean, this is just, on the draw, missing the 2-drop, it's... Now, opponent did miss the 2-drop too. They are having only 1-1-1 here now. But they can play a 3-drop now, which is... not great. Don't even have a good block on it. So I guess I'll just... Guess I'll just play an assistant and that's it. I mean, I have a block on it, but just a trade here. Not so great. But although if I draw a land, I can exile it from the graveyard. So there is that. Assuming it dies, it might, be saved by a trick, but not this time. Okay, Cruel Witness. Oh, come on, deck. Now this starts to be really annoying now. I mean, the opponent is just curving out here while I missed the... I mean, if I had now mana for the Diecraft Scavenger, I would be in a decent enough shape here. I can tap this down with the Till of the Grave, and I can maybe even try to raise a bit. I mean, I think I have to use the Till of the Grave here on their turn, ideally to tap it down for 2 turns, because if I draw a land, I want to play the Specimen and the Fellstinger here, both. I guess I can use Siphon Essence here too. So that would mean not tapping this down pre-combat. But I really want to just draw the card here, so... let's do it. Still not a land. They can play another set of creatures there. Yeah, this is... Well, I need to get rid of the lantern bearer, so land now, please. Okay then. So, guess I'll take this specimen instead, because I want to sacrifice it on the Fell Stinger instead of the Ragged Recluse. Yeah, opponent can play their 4-mana 3/3s when I'm stuck here. Well, not going to be easy, but at least I will now. I think I'm taking the Kindly Ancestor because of they might not use the bearer on a thing that already flies, but they might give it a lifelink there. So next turn I can of course use the Diecraft Scavenger on the Lantern thing, but they do seem to. They can make the Traveling Minister to fly. Nurturing Presence. Okay, sure. I mean, all this is now possible because of my, stumbling here early in the game. And now the sad thing is about the Nurturing Presence that they get the 1/1 flyer. They can just easily, sacrifice on the Roadside Gargant. Really. Okay. Well, I need to figure out the sideboard plan against this deck. So flyers are not easy, but I mean I should be able to race with my own ground guys, assuming I don't, be stuck at low land count. I kind of need it. Well, something here. I don't know what helps here. I mean, this is gonna do its thing and eat the Lantern Bearer, but I mean, I can't win them in 2 turns, and I'm gonna definitely lose in 2 turns. Okay then. Gift of Fangs will be good. Okay, the Gargantua. Not great against. Yeah, the Nurturing Presence. I wish I had a little bit more interaction in this deck. I just don't. I didn't find. I mean, I have none of the -13, -13 things, for instance. Anything else? I mean, I have to decide on a card here too. Do I want to have the Gargantua? I mean, I guess I can have it, whatever. And then still need to cut something, and maybe the Catgeist is just not gonna perform that well. Alright, so I mean 1, 2, 3, I guess that's only 4 2-drops and then the Specimen, so maybe it's not the most 2-drops ever. But the Ragged Recluse could be actually good against that deck. I have some ways to discard a card, so maybe I'll just yeah, Siphon Essence. That should go. It does give me a 1 blood token for these guys, but yeah, it's tough. Blood Servitor giving me a. Yeah, these are not very good when I don't have the blood token or the thirst for discovery. But I guess I again need to get lucky here. That's the theme of the event. I've been getting lucky enough times to reach this 5-win mark, so I can do it again. Get lucky. All right, this is fine if I now draw the third. I mean, this is amazing if I draw the third land. Not only fine, but this of course has to be a keep here. I can play the egg and then the Fellstinger. That will allow me to race against the 4-mana 3/3 flyers and whatnot. But I mean, if I lose the final match by getting stuck to low land count, then so be it. But now, not this time. Not this time. I have 2 swamps, so I actually do want to have these islands. So great, there was, what, 3 back-to-back lands on top of the deck there. That's a really good one, but I guess I have 2 of these Gift of Fangs, which I can use to deal with that stuff. So, yeah, let's just Fellstinger. I might draw a Gift of Fangs. I mean, this card here, just below the island, can be a Gift of Fangs, which means I will leave a black mana untapped here. Can't attack. So I can use, at least if nothing else, I can use a Grisly Ritual on the Geist here. And the Gargantua is going to make them sacrifice something too. Probably the Steelclad Spirit. Could be that thing too, but anyway, them getting rid of the Minister is good. Good for me anyway. Okay, let's hope they don't have a counter here. I'm always talking about it, but it really is. Imagine if they have a counter spell here. What difference it will make if their Gargantua here is going to be countered now. But I mean, there's anything else for me. I will just do this now pre-combat and see what happens. They can bounce it in response. They did not, so this will trigger now the them having to sacrifice something. Part. 1/1 goes away, and I will trade with the Spirit here. They have a Chill of the Grave, sure. That is chilled. And then next turn, I'll just kill the Geist, and then I have a pretty good board against their stuff now. And I can even get the Ritual back with the Repository Scarp if I have time for that. If they have, okay, Nurturing Presence now. If this kill spell will, work, that's gonna be huge. But they could have the, okay, they could have had the thing that says +2/+2 and indestructible, but no, they don't have it now. They can deal with, if they can deal 5 here, they can say that the Biolume Serpent won't untap. But after my turn, I will be at 10, but they will only have the 3/2 here. And I can, probably will raise here. Although, well, let's see what they scry on top. Okay. Okay, well, the Recluse will be decent with the blood tokens here. I even have the extra land to throw away. So, just, I'm gonna take the 3 damage from that thing and deal 5 to them myself. I do get to untap with this 4/4 now. Okay, main phase Scattered Thoughts. Not really the board affecting play, so this could, that gives me a lot of tempo now, given that I already have all this stuff here. Okay. Well, I just have to try to go for the win here, don't I? I mean, by attacking with both. I will have the Ragged Recluse to block. So hopefully they can't deal. Oh, they can just do that. They can make this now to fly, but that means actually change of plans. Then I need to have the crystal ritual back, and I will get it back by. Yeah, I have 7 mana here, so I can do it. I can return this. So return this guy. Do this. Sack this. Get my ritual. And then if they can find +3 damage, so this becomes a 4/3 flyer, and then they need 3 additional. Also, they need to have, I mean, I have a lethal counter attack. So let's see how it's gonna go. Okay, so they do nothing. Not just totally nothing. Well, I'm not sure about the Grisly Ritual anymore. I mean, they definitely have things in there. So I'm just gonna attack and see what happens. I might need to kill something more troublesome with this thing. Chill of the Grave. Do they have a... they have a Wrath effect there. Unless there's like a flash creatures of some kind, but I'm pretty sure they have Wrath effect, so let's not play anything. Oh. Yeah, they had a flash creature. So I was playing around, this enters tapped by the way. I was playing around a Wrath effect. But I mean, even if I play the creatures here, they can just bounce. So my only chance now is to find my bounce spell. So if I cast this, I don't have mana for my bounce spell. So I do have my bounce spell here. Yes, I do. So I have two outs to find a bounce spell here. Land goes away. Hullbreaker Horror. What a way to lose the event. Yeah, it is exactly lethal. Plus they can make it, plus. Well, that was, I guess. I mean, the theme of the format. Hullbreaker Horror and all the other rares. Really crazy stuff. So I was going to win. I mean, if this was just like a normal card, so to say. And even if I did use the Grisly Ritual, pre-combat, they would have just flashed this in and blocked with this. So I was lost here, no matter what I do here. Now, even if I didn't play around with Rat, I would play the Ragged Recluse. I had only one Ragged Recluse there, and then, play the Thirst or use the Blood tokens to transform it. They can play this and play, this thing to bounce my only blocker. And also this would be a flyer, so I would be still losing to this thing, even if I had ground blockers. So, well, I'm glad I didn't win a game in this event, because it would have been pretty awkward to... I mean, if I was like about to win this match and they have a Hullbreaker Horror, and I would have been about to win the match that gives me the first money prize in the event. So I'm at least glad I have no game wins here, because it would have been a lot more frustrating if I was like, so close. But now I'm not that close, because I had not won any game in this final match. But yeah, that was it. Actually, sort of convenient, because I need to go elsewhere for a while. So now that the event is over, I won't be continuing. One step from the first money prize, but well, this gem amount is some kind of a consolation prize, I guess. So the losing the first match and then going 5-1 is of course great. And I thought based on the first match that this deck is quite clumsy, and it is. I could use more 2-drops. Maybe just like a Doomed Dissenter would be really good with all my exploit here. I wouldn't even mind to have the 2-mana 2 exploit creature that makes the opponent exile a card from their hand. Anything that I can play more on turn 2. But yeah, this deck really, when it gets going, it's really strong. I mean, I won't be running out of things to do in the matches, and the 5/4s I almost always sideboarded into triple of them. The 5/4 body is, it's able to raise the opponent quite quickly anyway. So I still don't know if the repository scarp is that great, because a 4-mana 3/3 isn't that amazing. If I had more, I mean, in a blue-red deck where you have like a upgrades and that kind of stuff to return, this would be a lot better. In this deck, it wasn't really that good because the things I could return were not that impressive. But in the end, it was a successful event, of course. I mean, 5-2 is going to be. It's a result I have to be happy about. Of course, I mean, it would have been nice to get the $1,000, but or even more. But maybe next time then. I hope that we will have a draft open, like, I mean, as often as possible. Of course, let's hope it's not like a 6 months away. Maybe quicker for the next one. Anyway, here is the price, and I will thank you for watching the video, and we will return back to normal schedule of premier drafts and traditional drafts now. A draft video every day on my channel. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.